Greetings, friends and adventurers, and welcome to the first episode of Kingdom Crawlers, a show where us friends of the faith gather to tell stories and play Dungeons and Dragons. My name is Andrew. I will be the Dungeon Master for our adventure, and before I jump into anything else, I would like to take a moment to introduce the amazing cast that I'll get to work with during this story. So up first, we have the illustrator and doodler of odd and goofy drawings and the philosopher of the group with whom there's never a dull conversation. Welcome, Caleb Cunningham.
Yeah!
Yeah,
Hello.
love that guy.
Up next, we have a friend with whom many breaks at work are spent nerding out over D&D, characters, campaigns, spells, just everything really. One half of the Pain Train, and really the brains behind this show, or at least the one who first suggested it, Peyton Payne.
Woo! Woo! One for two. Literally.
That's good.
Was the last one on?
Oh, no.
Maybe in a different way.
Because up next, following her, is a good man and friend who I have spent many late nights with here in this studio, either building things, talking about characters and secrets for the characters, and honestly just generally cracking a lot of dumb jokes. Fantastic photographer, cinematographer extraordinaire, other half of the Pain Train, David Payne.
Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Oh, yeah. Woo! High five.
Love that guy.
Yeah! Ow, ow.
Rounding the corner of the table, we have my newest friend of the bunch, whose enthusiasm was contagious, especially even just sitting and talking about characters, and that whole process was very fun. The crafty, creative, and clever Patience Beaver.
Woo! Yeah!
And last but not least, finalizing our cast, the tall man himself, whose knowledge quite literally saved the day plenty of times when David and I's brains were in the death clutches of Monday Brain. Welcome, Mitch Cox.
Woo!
Yeah!
Yeah! Oh, yeah.
That was so less graceful than I wanted to be.
But seeing a chair like that is why we needed a guy like Mitch for building this table, because oftentimes there'd be time Dave and I were sitting around in our friend's garage just, what are we doing? How do we do this? Anyway, before I get into some announcements and shout-outs, etc., I do have a quick note that the six of us here have a variety of experience playing or running D&D games. So in a manner of speaking, we're all still learning a thing or two. But the time has come, so we're going to play, and we just ask for some, maybe a little bit of grace as we learn a thing or two, and as this game, this world, these characters, the studio, and us as people continue to grow and develop a little bit along this process. Now, I will attempt to keep this a little brief, but I can make zero guarantees. Because the road to get to this point of finally recording this crazy dream has happened very suddenly. 3 months suddenly. And has been filled with a ton of fun and excitement, and undoubtedly, and I'll be remiss to not say, filled with the Holy Spirit the entire way, because I don't think any other way we could have made a show in 3 months. So before we start, I do have some thanks and shout-outs to give. First of all, I'd like to thank our friend Kyle for allowing us to use his garage as a workshop to build our table and our flats. And in the times that Mitch could not be there, try to help Dave and I figure out how to build things. Yeah, so thanks, Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle. Woo.
Next,
Existence is still debatable on that one. I've only seen him once.
Mitch and Kyle cannot exist in the same space at the same time.
It's too dangerous.
I would also like to give a huge thanks to Hunter Rogerson, Ian of TTRPG Music, and Askii for allowing us to use their music in our show. If you're a fan of orchestral music, I highly recommend the three of them. They compose beautiful music that's great for a ton of moods and genres. And so to help you check them out, we have links in the description, always. So go check them out. Highly recommend. And finally, to get a little more personal, I want to thank everyone sitting here for being friends, for being a part of this, and for contributing the gifts and talents that each of you have to make this happen as soon as it has. To Peyton and David, for being great friends, allowing me to pull you into the world of D&D in the first place, where I could begin a journey as a DM and get them hooked as well. That was very fun. For opening your home multiple times a week for meetings, hangouts, plannings, and a crap ton of actual D&D sessions. Sometimes later than Peyton would like. And like I said before, for being the ones who actually had the idea for this. Taking me saying, hey, I'm building a world, and Peyton saying, hey, we should make it a campaign. And then Mitch saying, we should make that a show. And David piggybacking off of that and saying, well, if we're making a show, we need a studio. We need a table at the very least. So, thanks to you guys. To Caleb for helping to influence this journey and world as you have. For visually realizing some of its elements to further bring it to life, and will continue to do so as I get some of those concepts to you. And for that philosophical mind, or just the deeper mind than I have, asking some questions that I had not thought of about your character, about the world, that helps bring it that extra level of depth, and kind of making the make-believe a little more real. And also for finding humor in the same dumb stuff as I do.
You're welcome. Thank you.
To Mitch and Patience, newer friends, having met Mitch, yes, I said that right, less than a year ago, doing a play that Peyton wrote, to becoming friends and not having known Patience until this journey started. But then quickly becoming the obvious choice to complete the cast. And sharing in our enthusiasm and bringing your own enthusiasm. And what skills you do have, like Patience making this behind me.
Yeah.
Like, in what, a day and a half or something like that?
What she didn't tell you is that she made one beforehand that messed up.
Oh my god.
So this was round 2?
This was round 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Patience, everybody.
Weekend project, you know.
Personal project.
Yeah.
And once again, Mitch's carpentry skills and knowledge when the Monday Brain had David and I in its clutches as we sat in Kyle's garage just wondering, hey, this is wood. How do we make that a table?
Let's say the light carpentry knowledge, not the carpentry knowledge period.
Still
Humble.
more than the two of us, I would say. I mean, no offense, David. You have more knowledge than I do, but then Mitch came along.
Yeah, no.
And so thanks to all of you for being here, being involved, for devoting your time, for sharing in this wild dream, and in the excitement of creating a world. And so on that note,
Oh gosh.
what do you say we tell a story?
Sounds beautiful.
Sounds great to me.
Mitch is
Sounds
a
great.
roar.
Seemed quiet enough. You probably shouldn't have picked it up.
That's what I'm thinking.
So,
Okay.
what was that noise?
Don't worry about it. I don't know what it was.
Okay.
Also, speaking of that grace during this whole process, not many of us have really done anything like this before. So, maybe a little extra grace and patience while some
Or
of us
don't.
get the butterflies out and figure out what the heck we're doing here. So, thanks, guys. Anyway, let's dive in. The dark expanse of the long corridor, stretching before you, is broken up by the dimly lit flames flickering from sconces that line the walls. The faint sounds of voices from behind slowly fading to silence under the clack and clatter of the shoes of two figures, a man and a woman, whose walk has a casual nature that's barely disguising the purpose and speed behind their steps. As they walk for a moment, all of the sounds fade out, other than the footsteps and the growing thumping of their heartbeats in their chest. As the woman moves a bit quicker to step in front of the man, reaching for the handle of a large door. The handle unhooks with and as that happens, the man reaches out and puts his hand on her arm and just says, "If we're doing this, we need to leave fast. So whatever you're getting, grab it quick and let's get out." Peyton, what are you doing as you open this door?
Okay. Oh my gosh. I run to the room. I grab my little suitcase, and I open it up, and I start throwing things in. A couple clothing items, my golden brush, close it. I've never done anything like this before.
It seems you've been thinking about it at least.
Maybe. I zip it up really quick. Okay, I think I have everything now.
Ready?
Yes.
All right. Well then, lead on.
All right. I think we can take it back way.
Oh, perfect.
Follow
Yes.
me.
Right. Two of you leave the room, closing the door behind you, walking your way through many other hallways and corridors, trying to remain as unseen as possible. Eventually, you are able to make it outside, and your walk eventually leads you to the dock ward, where, with sounds of voices and shouts still prominent despite the late hour of the night, your stroll has been largely uninterrupted, as most people aren't lingering about in this area so late into the night. But as you enter the docks, some heads begin to turn at your arrival, despite your probable efforts to remain casual and purposeful. Continuing on, you approach the docks. You see a larger ship docked. Double gangplank leading onto the dock. You see a half-orcish figure who's observing and seems to be managing the loading of various trunks and chests and other goods, as other figures are also walking onto the ship. He turns at the sound of your footsteps echoing through the wood and sees the two of you approach just with a kind of curious eye, and you suddenly hear the jingling of what sounds like a bunch of coins as your partner raises a coin purse, looks to the half-orc gentleman, and says, "Where are you sailing? And can you take 2 last-minute additions?" He hands over the coin purse. The half-orc gentleman just kind of holds it. It fills his hand quite nicely as he looks at it and just kind of, "Welcome aboard. Destination Halris." He gives a small bow to the two of you, before kind of giving a bit of a quizzical eye behind the two of you, as from a few hundred feet back, you hear just, "Excuse me, you two, just a moment." As the two of you turn to look, you see 2 guard figures with pretty ornate-looking armor, spears with banners attached to them, helmed, shields, whole get-up, and they are beginning to approach you.
What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Tell me what to do. What do we do?
Your partner grabs your shoulders, pushes you towards the ship, and just says, "You go get on board." He turns to the captain figure and says, "Take her, set sail, and I promise that is small change compared to what I will give you when I find you next." Turns back to you and says, "You go to Halris. I promise I will find you.
Okay.
For now, I'll handle this."
Okay.
As the 2 figures are approaching, you can see them as your friend's back is to them. He turns with a flourish of his cloak, his arms spread wide, and as the orcish figure begins to shout commands and the noise from the docks begins to be drowned out, by the shouts and responses of commands of the ship, you feel it begin to lurch beneath you, beginning to set sail as the last thing you hear from the deck, from the dock, as your friend approaches the guards, hands outstretched, just, "Gentlemen, good evening. Is there something I can help you with?" As his voice fades into the background, your journey now beginning. And with that, welcome, friends, to Aronil, a large world with a history spanning unknown millennia, full of legends and tales from its founding until now, many of which have been lost to the ages or buried in secret. Tales of creation, growth, magic, expansion, and cataclysm. Yet throughout the eons, the world remains, though changed and reshaped from where it once began. Our story begins 832 years after an event that current scholars, mages, and historians simply refer to as the Collapse. A culminating event at the end of an extended divine war that left the world broken and reformed, and the vast majority of mortal races on the world dead, with only a handful of survivors scattered across the continents. More specifically, we begin within the collection of landmasses formerly grouped in the supercontinent known as Lysetri. From a bird's eye view, you'll find the continent of Vorkish to the north of this cluster, a region most known for its chilly summers and brutal winters, its wild wandering creatures, and a kingdom that holds a grip on its people that has been tightening throughout the generations. To the east lays Oromond, a hostile territory guarded by widespread, barbaric, and nomadic people who threaten the livelihood of any outsiders who would think to step uninvited into their northern rocky tundra landscape. Moving south from there brings you to the northern part of the largest landmass, the northern kingdom of Valrus, the rule of which is one that they say predates the Collapse, an old, stern, yet fair rule across the vast and varied people and landscape that brings about cultures, resources, and trades of all kinds. To the south of that, sharing this landmass, is the country of Aduneth, a more tropical and geographically varied region consisting of large peninsulas, jagged coastlines and inlets, dense rainforests, and scattered islands along its coasts. Nestled between Vorkish, Oromond, and Valrus is the small bridge of land known as Novitria, a strange, unexplored land shrouded by mystery and legend that has become an unexplained no-man's land, with a history lost to time, but being among the highest points of interest to mages and scholars alike. But our story begins to the south of Vorkish and to the west of Valrus, in the large island continent of Udofir. A land thought to have been connected to the larger bodies of land at some unknown point in the past, Udofir now stands independent with its collective of smaller islands to the north and south. Its location finds it fairly centered in the reshaped and splintered continental shelf in this northern hemisphere, making its eastern coast particularly suitable for trade and travel. I lost my place, there we go. Those reasons were pivotal for the founding of the capital city of Halrus along the broad, rocky isthmus on the eastern coast, over the centuries of regrowth, turning an unexplored stretch of land into a large, bustling cityscape, with vessels of goods and people traveling to and from all of the major ports in Aduneth, Valrus, and the southern peninsula of Vorkish. While you'll find the generally rocky eastern coastline home to many ports and businesses, as you travel west, you'll come to much more peaceful regions. The rougher terrain, cliffs over the Berksea, and hubbub of people giving way to gentler, grassy hill countries, speckled with forests and a few large mountain ranges. The change in terrain also brings about a change in the people who call the western reaches home. Opposing the business, politics, and hustle of the coast, you'll find more peaceful and simpler folk, those who actually produce a large quantity of the goods Udofir counts as exports. The wide variety of farmers and craftsmen prefer to live among the smaller villages and communities that dot the landscape of this quiet country, with most of them content to work their skills in peace and quiet, holding to the values, communities, families, and culture they've developed over the generations they've lived and prospered there. As for our beginning specifically, we head back to the capital of Halris, amidst the crowds of many interesting and varied people in the Central District, particularly those slowly exiting a large building after it seems a gathering of sorts has been adjourned. One figure meanders his way through the people and finds his way to the dock of the city, which sprawls for miles along the coast. At the base of a staircase that has been carved into the rock, he finds a little perch within a shelf of the rock at the bottom before it meets the dock, and has a seat. Caleb, if you would like to describe who we see and what you're doing.
Okay. You see a ordinary, small halfling, and he's sitting down, and he has a little pipe. No, but he's sitting down, and he's just preparing to relax. He seems a little stressed, but happy to be out in the open, kind of looking out on things and watching people. He's got bright red hair, a nice full beard. He's dressed kind of formally, as am I. Yeah, he just seems peaceful. He's not wearing shoes. He's shoeless, and yeah, he seems there's an odd peace about him despite the rustle and bustle of the city. And so I guess I just begin to smoke my pipe.
Very good.
I love him.
After 10, 15 or so minutes of sitting on this little stoop, smoking your pipe, watching the people coming to and from all around the docks of the city, various shouts and calls from behind of salespeople, the barks and responses from dock workers and ship hands. It's your usual fascination of watching the people out and about, just going about their business and their lives. And 15, 20 minutes after watching, there's something that really catches your eye as a group of people begin walking their way down the gangplank of a ship. And one really seems out of place to you. Though you don't often find the city section your usual stomping grounds, the place you call home or your most comfortable spot, you know this figure likely is not from around here. Stepping down from one of these larger ships, David, if you would like to describe who we see.
You see this human male. He is about 6'2", and he definitely looks out of place as he's wearing like a blue undercoat. He has silver-plated armor. It looks rather tattered, but it's very well maintained. And he's wearing a cape that drapes behind him, covered in fur. And he has cool-toned blonde hair, and it's short on the sides and kind of in tight braids across the top. And he looks, like I said, kind of like, he's pretty weathered looking, but not a bad looking guy.
So at seeing this man get off the ship, my character, he's got his pipe here, and he kind of stretches. He goes, now that's a tall-looking fella. I think I should go over there and introduce myself. He looks like he's got an interesting story. And so I put my pipe away, and I hop off my little perch that I was sitting on, and I kind of confidently walk over, and just go up to the first most interesting man I can see, and I say,
"Interesting man in the world.
Hello, it's nice to meet you. Where do you come from?"
And I'll just say, as you kind of look at me, you notice that my eyes are extremely deep blue, and they're almost unnatural in a way.
Those are beautiful eyes you have.
Thank you. Do we know each other?
Oh no, I just have a vague interest in people, you know.
Oh, yes, I do as well. I'm Idan Holstrom.
Oh, it's nice to meet you, Idan.
It's very nice to meet you, sir.
My name is Frode Fjord.
Frodfjord.
Yes.
Very nice. Good to meet you, sir.
What brings you to the city?
Oh, well, I am from the north, and, I just come seeking means of trade and, opportunity.
Yes, all good. And I must ask, how tall are you? Because you seem to have quite a bit of height, and I like, you know.
I believe I am 6'2".
Oh yes, that is good. Yes, tall. This is wonderful. We don't see many folk of your height out in my land.
Well, back home, some say that I am as tall as the ore.
Well, that's just wonderful. Well, it's very good to meet you. I guess. Well, if there's anything I can do for you, I know my way around the city better than, well.
Can I do an
The
insight
next.
check? Does he seem like some sort of con artist?
Go for it.
First roll of the campaign.
First roll.
It's an insight check against one of the other.
Starting off right.
I forgot to pull up my character sheet. I apologize.
Get together, man.
Yeah, it's okay.
Ooh.
It's not a good first roll.
No, it's not a good first roll. It's not a one. It's not a one.
It's not a one, that's okay.
Just building up the suspense here.
I can't find it. Oh, yeah. 4.
Beautiful setup. Beautiful dramatic effect. Pause.
Ooh.
Nailed the delivery.
Oh my gosh.
4 with a 4 seems like a very excited little fella. If he has any ill intention, you're not picking up on it.
Well, that's a good description.
Well, I'll kind of give him a pat on the back, then I'll be like, well, perhaps we could go get a drink.
That sounds very good to me. I've been in stressful meetings all day, so a drink sounds just fine.
Yes, I have been in very far travels, so I'm a bit exhausted.
Very good, very good. Well, let's get to know each other. There's a good pub down the corner. Let's go.
As you're strolling down the docks, strangely enough, yet another character catches your eye. As even walking with a newfound friend, still kind of scanning about the people, especially the taller ones. And stepping off of another ship, looking equally, I shouldn't say equally, I'd say almost more out of place, at least by demeanor of just the borderline tourist effects of looking
do you
around
see
somewhere
this one
strange.
over there? I must go talk to them.
I do see him.
Hey, if you'd like to describe who we see.
Okay, I wrote this down because I wanted to be ready. So you guys see a high elf, a female high elf, who looks to be about 18 to 20 years old, like in human years. She stands tall and regal with sun-kissed skin that has a slight shimmer or sparkle to it. She looks remarkably clean, considering that she just came off of a boat. Her eyes are have piercing gold irises, and her hair is a warm blonde with light hot highlights. It's braided up into an extravagant updo. It's kind of like into a bun up here and then cascades into a braid below. She's adorned in a beautiful blush pink elven dress with delicate golden accents. And around her neck is an amulet that's shaped like a diamond with a sun almost silhouetted inside of it. She pulls a suitcase behind her, a D&D suitcase. It's white and pink with some gold buttons and trim, and it has metal wheels that roll very shakily as she tries to get it down the gangplank with a metal handle attached at just the right height to be pulled. And strapped to the suitcase is a beautiful shield. It's golden and white with a teal stone inset towards the center. And she also has kind of an out-of-place satchel that is brown that goes across her torso. And she just looks around so excitedly. To nearby anybody. Excuse me.
Yes.
Hello, I really didn't realize how much of a hassle this suitcase would be. Do you mind just following me around and holding it for me?
How much you paying?
Oh, yes. She kind of fidgets in her satchel and she pulls out one platinum. Will this do?
And I interrupt and I go, ma'am, this is not necessary. I'll help you. It's okay. You do not need to pay this man 1 platinum.
Is that not enough?
That's far too much. You must put this down, please. Please, just let me help you.
Okay.
It's my pleasure, really.
Oh,
Are you sure about that?
Quite sure. Sorry, sir, but I will not let this poor lady be cheated out of her money.
Rude to assume I'm cheating her.
Well,
Sir, I think that we can handle this just fine.
Trying to intimidate him?
Sure.
I was gonna say with a tone like that, you sound a little more intense.
Please roll more than a 4.
Yeah, I know.
Otherwise, there's gonna be a nice little dock fight breaking out.
14?
14. Fine, whatever. And he just walks off.
So which one of you wants to carry the suitcase?
Well,
It's about your size,
He's
so
the one
probably.
who offered.
Well, yeah. it's about as tall as him, though. Are you sure you can?
I can certainly try.
Okay.
And I hesitantly look towards you.
Do you guys know where the nearest inn is?
Alright, well, you see me put the handle over my head, and I'm pulling it like a mule.
With just one hand, I'll kind of lift it up to help him out a little bit.
And I reach out with my other hand and I go, the name's Frode Fjord. What's yours?
Oh, Resme Mistvale.
It's nice to meet you.
Yes, and you are?
I'm Idan Kostrom.
Uh-huh. Resme. Yes.
What brings you here?
I'm actually, I'm meeting someone. He should be here shortly, I'm sure.
Any names that I might be able to help you?
His name's Yorick.
Yorick, I don't know Yorick.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Do you know where the nicest inn is? And I can just stay there and wait.
The nicest inn.
The nicest.
I didn't know where the shabbiest inn is.
I
Not the nicest.
I think that's the opposite of what I want.
Yeah.
Yes.
I might not be able to help you too much there, but well, me and my new friend here, we're just going to go to a pub to get acquainted with each other. If you would like to join.
Pub.
And I notice his eyes are quite blue and your eyes are quite golden. This is like a match made in heaven. He's like yoga and you're like the sun. Maybe you two should get to know each other.
He's human. Mhm. So the pub then?
Well, yes. If you'd like to join us, there's no pressure.
I mean, you had my suitcase, so.
Well, yes. The pub I was going to, there is the room, I would assume.
Okay. I'm sure that'll be functional.
Well, yes. I mean, you'd have to go quite a ways inland to get to a nicer place. I mean, you could, but yeah, I'm not sure you'd meet your friend there or...
That's true. Okay. Yeah, that sounds nice. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
We make our way to the pub.
Okay. Making way to the closest pub. Simply called the Salty Sea. It is just up those same stairs and kind of overlooking, on the cliff face, overlooking the dock section. So obviously there is some outdoor seating. Yeah, you can make your way inside, find yourselves a table.
I'll take that one. There's people sitting there, but they can move.
That's not how that works.
But it's right by the window.
Yes, that's wonderful, but there's one over here by the window.
As they're doing this, I'll just walk up to the bar.
Alright.
I would like to order 3 cream.
I'm sorry, 3 what?
Cream.
I'm afraid I don't know what that is.
Hot cream.
I
We'll take those hard.
It's not the temperature that I'm unfamiliar with. Just the drink itself. Never heard of it.
I walk up as a glad. Let me handle this. It seems that your choice of beverage is not quite particular to this region. We'll take 3 large pints, please.
I'll take wine, actually.
And I'll take my pint of cream.
Well, you see, friends, wine you can do, but I warn you, it probably won't
The
be
nicest wine.
Okay.
I can do
I will pay
that.
however much you need. I mean, I do not have money at all.
Yes, yes, please do not leave
Roll a deception check.
Oh no!
Now that you've led with, I have a lot of money. I don't have money.
Oh, I rolled a 19 on the dice, so that's a 19. So that's a 19.
19?
I kind of have dirty hands, and I pat her on the back, make her look a little scrappier.
I really quickly cast prestidigitation to clean myself off.
Alright, I can get you some drinks. Yeah, no problem.
Okay, 2 ales and a wine.
Right. The nicest we have.
Nicest.
Yes, the nicest.
But I might not be able to afford it.
It just kind of gives you the...
She'll take care of
Right.
it just fine. Let's go. Let's find our seats. Okay. Off to the side. I just kind of oh, these folk, they don't know this land very well at all. I wonder if they know the land they came from.
The bartender does hand you 2 pints of ale, and it's not the nicest looking glass, but it is a glass of decent wine.
Okay.
Actually, around here, no, it'd be a pretty nice glass of wine.
We have very good wine.
Mm-hmm.
It's different.
So, presentation, not up to your expectations. The contents, nothing you've ever had, but still pretty good. He says, we total 4 silver.
I've got it. I take out a piece of platinum. That's silver, right? It looks silver.
She's fat broke.
She's going to be if she keeps that up.
Yes. No.
Yes, thank you. I can cover myself.
I put it back in your coin pouch and I offer for everyone.
Very, very well.
But except for him. I just offer for her.
Okay. So that's 3 silver coming from you, 1 from you.
Yeah.
Alright. Enjoy.
Thank you. We go and get our seat.
Okay.
And I kind of ushered them in. Who's most familiar with the area. And I go,
Okay.
well, so I've heard a little bit about your story, but what brings you here? You're the cleanest, most prettiest one I've ever seen come off the docks. It's really quite a sight to see you.
Thank you. I'm just going on an adventure, you know?
Oh, an adventure now.
Yes.
Oh,
I don't know what it means, but I'm so excited.
an adventure on
With
Udo.
what purpose are you going on this adventure?
I don't really know, to be honest. I just want to explore a little bit.
Well, what is there to gain?
Stories?
Oh.
Do you ever read, books or fairy tales or anything?
I read history.
Kind of like that, but more fun. Yeah. I want to do one of those. I want to do a fairy tale.
Oh.
So I'm on an adventure to do a fairy tale.
I have many a fairy tale I'd like to tell you, and I know so much history about this land. We have so much to talk about.
Oh, this is wonderful. This glass is really gross.
Yes, but I do want to say we make the finest wine in all the lands in Udofir.
It is good, yes.
The presentation might be a little shabbier than what you're expecting, but
And I'll take a sip of the ale that you got me.
Mm.
It's kind of... I'll just say that.
it's not hot enough.
It's a little strange, yes.
We don't take our ale. Very strange.
That is fine.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry that you didn't get what you wanted. What is it?
It's not bad. It's just different.
Can I roll an insight check on that?
Sure. And you can roll persuasion or deception, your choice, but don't announce it.
What am I rolling?
To try to convince him that it's not bad, it's different.
Gotcha.
It depends if you're lying or not.
Yeah. Pick your modifier, but you don't have to say it.
Okay.
Oh, suspense.
Okay, we got a 10.
I would like to do a fairy tale.
That's going to be a line.
I'd like to do a fairy tale.
Actual quote. Resme misfail.
What did you get?
What'd you get?
Truly, it's just as good as the cream back home.
What did you roll?
28.
Well, that's it good. If you like it, we'll accept you in this land because ale's all you'll be drinking here.
How on earth did you get it? Okay.
That is impressive.
It's incredible.
So, I can't go too far because I am waiting for Yelric.
Wait, did
But-
I say 28?
Yeah.
You
No,
did.
that was way wrong.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
What did you do?
23.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay,
that makes
okay,
sense.
okay.
Still
Way
good,
off.
still good.
Yeah.
So I can't go too far because I'm waiting for Yelric, you see. But do you guys know of any local adventures by chance?
Local adventures? I don't know of any adventures really.
Oh.
I'm on an adventure myself, per se.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm here to negotiate prices for my people back home. It's a political adventure. See, I was just in multiple meetings trying to represent my land. They're just being robbed, you see. So I'm here trying to negotiate the prices for our pipeweed and wheat and exports. We don't make much wine, but we do make a little bit, and I just go on like that for a while.
I am thoroughly intrigued by that. Like,
Yeah,
you
all-
see me, every single word you say, I'm just absorbing it.
and at the end of my story, you just hear me say, and at the end, I was making my presentation, and they waved a little pipeweed at me and said, "Oh, you don't think you're making enough? Oh, well, here, have some pipeweed." And he threw some pipeweed in my face.
That's a good one.
Well, it was a little disrespectful. I don't know if you picked up on that, but what I'll tell you is I won't refuse pipeweed. So I went out, and that's what, I was just smoking that right before I came up and talked to you.
Yes. So, you say that you are some sort of representative?
Well, of sorts, yes. I wouldn't say it's an elected position, but more so. You see, the folk I live with, they're very simple. Mostly just farmers, and we don't really have good representation. And well, you see, I've known many families around the area that I grew up in, and well, they know me to be someone who can talk to people well. And so they said they've been complaining more so that they don't have enough money recently, and they don't really know why that is. Well, because they're kind of simple folk, and unfortunately they're being cheated out of their money by the capital. So I'm here just more so as family friend to many families.
So, your land is rich in resources?
Yes, rich in resources, but I would say richer in friendship. We tell good stories, have good drinks, and share good families, and that's really the richness of my land. Now we do have, I would say, the most excellent pipeweed in all of Udofir, perhaps in all the world. But you know, some towns over might say different.
I don't know if I know what pipeweed is.
Yes, I pull out my pipe and I start packing it. I light it up. I cast a little fire in it,
Okay.
and I kind of blow some in her face. That's pipeweed. Would you like to try some?
I think I'm alright, thank you.
Well, you're missing out.
It's after a little while of sitting and chatting, maybe blowing a smoke ring or two in someone's face.
Yeah.
Okay, it's only sometimes.
I make a tree in the smoke room.
Ah, okay. Where'd you get the toothpick?
Keep it out. It's around the garage.
Why is there a toothpick in the studio?
Oh,
That's what I was gesturing at earlier.
What the? How did you just do
What?
that?
Get it out of here!
Get rid of it. You're
No.
Oh.
Thank you.
Guys, you didn't.
What is
You didn't. You didn't.
Pinch
Yes.
Penalty? Penalty?
We need to sign out here.
Bartender points
Hey,
to
that
the
was
sign and
not
says
my
no
doing.
toothpicks.
This is the strangest rule I've ever had. What's wrong with you, bartender?
No toothpicks.
What? Well, alright, I wasn't that attached.
What on earth?
Well played. That was well played.
Oh my gosh.
So it's partway during your conversation.
That was entirely unplanned as far as I'm aware.
Wait.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said that was entirely unplanned as far as I'm aware.
Gosh.
Okay, continue.
I want to roll an insight check. I really
You
not
have
sure I
to
believe
roll it
you.
on me.
Well, he's the one that said it, so.
Well, then you lose.
Let's see. Resme would notice it first. I'm not sure she'd bring attention to it. You see a woman dressed in some simple clothes, slightly resembling Frode's kind of attire, but a little more ragged. Just kind of walk in, and she's just kind of looking around, a little nervous, out of place, almost as if she's looking for someone, but you can't tell. So you pick up on this first. Do you do anything about it?
Some crazy lady just walked in here.
Crazy lady. Where?
There, she looks frazzled.
Well, how can you tell that she's crazy?
Yes, how can you
Just look
tell?
at her. Look how she's wearing.
She looks quite.
She's dressed quite well.
Hold on. What do you think of me?
Just takes a sip of her wine.
Now, Frode, after glancing for a moment, there is a bit of recognition about this woman. You've seen her around your home a time or two. She lives, you think she's not in your hometown, but maybe the town to the north of you. But you've seen her in the area a time, just, it's where she lives.
Can she give me a description of herself?
If it was her.
Well,
But it's not her. It's not her. No.
Oh, I see. Okay. I walk up to him.
I can teleport now.
I kind of just say, I just say to my friends, I say, "Oh, excuse me, I think I know this person," and I walk up to her and I'm like, "Do I know you?"
And she just kind of, Frode, it's you. What are you doing in a place like this? You know this woman's name is Reena.
Oh, well, hello, Reena. I just made some new friends over here, and they're rather odd.
Hey, look it.
Yes, well, one of them is quite clean, but her language is quite foul, and the other, well, he ordered a warm beer.
Can I see them talking about us?
Yeah, you can see
It's
this
kind of
talking.
like
But they're very interesting people, and the one is really interested in the town story, and the other, but I actually don't know why she's even still here, but she's pleasant enough. What brings you? Well, you know what I'm here for. I'm representing the town. I'm trying to get the prices negotiated for our pipeweed and all that. The capital.
Right. I'm actually wondering if I could talk to them as well as you. I'm here looking for some help as well.
Oh, help us what?
Can we? They look nice enough. Can we speak with them too?
Nice. What? Is there a problem?
Yes, there is. You've heard of people disappearing back home, right?
Well, yes. I just assumed it was a hog gone wild or something.
Whatever it is, my husband took my boy hunting. They've not come back.
Oh.
It's been days.
Oh no.
Frode.
Oh no.
And I see one of your friends at least looks like
Listen,
a knight from the
listen,
tales.
I had a few more meetings here in the capital, but anything that you need, I'll make myself available. I'll loop my friends in too. I don't know what they're up to. Actually, she's looking for an adventure, so well, this is. I think she'll join. I'm not exactly sure what the old man is wanting, but yes. Come over.
Yes,
I'll
yes.
introduce you.
Okay.
I'll introduce you. What's your name again?
Reena. Reena.
And what's your character's name again?
Idan. I-D-Y-N. How do you spell your name?
F-R-O-D, but there's a line over the O.
Dope.
And then Fior is F-Y-O, but it's the O-E symbol. I have a really strange name.
Okay.
We'll be back.
Yeah. Okay. I bring Reena over the table and I say, Resme, Idan, this is my friend Reena, and Resme, you were saying you were looking for an adventure, and I have an adventure for you. It's a tragic tale, and I hope we can help.
Is it a local adventure?
No, it's in the far east.
Local is
Or
in
west.
our home, yes.
We'll see.
It's a beautiful countryside. I would like you to stop looking down on us, please.
Well, you are very short.
Yeah. Well. All right, I'll give you that.
Which, by the way, I forgot to say, Resme's 5'11", so she's pretty tall too. But anyway.
I won't hold her tallness against you. In fact, I quite like tall folk. So yes, look down on me and height all you want, but in demeanor, please look me in the eye.
Right.
Okay. Now, this young woman, her husband, and her son, they went off, and there have been a string of murders, apparently, in the area. There's rumors. I think, personally, it's probably just wild hog, but we don't know. And so, Reena, would you like to tell him what you need help with?
Yes. A number of days ago, my husband took my boy hunting, and they've not returned. Normally, when he goes hunting, it's only 2-3 days he's gone, but it's been 5 at this point. And with these, I hope it's not murders, but with people missing.
Now, Reena, I'm sure it's okay. I'm sure it's not him, but yes.
I'm hoping so, but I just...
Well, nothing would be rather boring, so I do hope it's something.
You know the
You should just stop talking.
Okay.
I've tried speaking with the harvestmen, but they stick to the towns. They don't want to travel too far and leave people unprotected.
The harvestmen, they're as good protectors as a
So-
white hog, as far as I'm concerned.
Right, which is why I think this may be something else, because they're not even much concerned about it.
The harvestmen aren't investigating this?
No, because if people haven't been found close to town, they don't want to venture too far away.
Oh.
Because then that just leaves the town unprotected.
Oh.
That's why I had to look outside town for help.
You know what I would do? This is what I always do. Just get your personal guards to take care of it.
Yes, and we are your personal guards, and I kind of loop these people into it. I say, well, you are now.
So, first, I'm a bag holder,
Yes.
and now I'm a guard.
It seems our friend is not quite
You do look like a knight.
accustomed to be a
You do
friend.
look like a guard.
I wasn't going to say guard, but knight, you look capable.
You do look capable, friend.
I'm not saying I won't help. I'm just saying. Never mind.
I kind of pull you to the side. I say, "Do you have a way to entice these folk? Because I don't think they are going to go for your adventure unless you have a way to entice them. I can help out. I'd be happy to help."
I have some coin.
How about the family farm? Is there anything on the farm that you might offer them?
Oh, I could find something, yes.
Okay. Well, I'll tell them, we'll give them maybe some good pipeweed or something like that.
Yes, tell them whatever. I'm sure other people will help put things together too.
Okay, I can sell this. Friends, now, whatever adventure awaits us, I tell you, the treasure is guaranteed. It's a guaranteed treasure, okay? We'll pay you, and we'll provide you with the finest pipeweed. in the west of the land. Now, have either of you had pipeweed before?
You just blew it in my face.
Yes, it was quite wonderful,
No.
wasn't it?
I have not.
Well, let me tell you, sir. Pipeweed, it's the smoke of historians. I'll tell you that. It's the smoke of scholars. Now, this specific pipeweed, it tastes so wonderful and it smokes so cool that you could blow it on a hot day and your mouth would feel, well, colder than the outside air. It's quite a wonderful experience.
And will this have benefits for?
Oh,
my
yes.
people?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
What is this getting paid thing you talk about? I've never heard of it.
Well, you see, imagine something that you don't have. Anything. It could be anything you don't have.
What about the stars in the sky?
Yes, yes, yes.
I kind of have those.
Oh, gosh. Okay. I'll imagine something I don't have.
Oh, I'm so sorry that you don't have something.
Well, yes, it's quite a tragedy. But now imagine me getting something that I don't have because I did something that someone needed.
Okay.
All right, imagine an adventure and it's going to be a grand time.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm in.
There we go. Okay. Oh, she's a ditzy one.
I'm just calling it like it is.
Just speaking straight.
Okay, and for you, the man who understands trade, there's money to be made here.
Okay. I'm less interested in the money than the resources, so as long as we can make some sort of negotiation.
And let me tell you, along the way, I will tell you the story of my people.
Okay. I accept that.
Okay. Wonderful. You two seem like you'll make wonderful companions.
I am on business at the moment.
Oh, are you? Do you need to stay in town for a while?
I should be fine traveling. I think that could help.
Okay, I would say it's like a 3 days journey, yeah.
It's a number of days.
Well, we must leave a note.
Yes.
Paper, please. Pen, can someone come scribe? Scribe?
That's not quite how it works here.
From the scattering of people at the tables kind of beside you, they just kind of...
I pulled something out.
All right.
Right on.
Dear Yarrick, the love of my life.
Are you writing this, or are you making him write this?
Are you not writing right now?
I'm an excellent scribe.
Thank you. Dear Yarrick, the love of my life. I have gone... Where are we going?
Around the town of Ornit.
Around the town of Hornet?
Ornit.
Ornit. Okay, around there.
I'll spell it correctly.
Thank you. You can find me there. I'll be waiting. Love you. Resme.
Okay, very good. Where is he planning on meeting you?
I have no idea.
And I'll just kind of give him a glance like, oh no, this seems like some sort of setup or something.
Yeah.
Just leave it with the drink giver.
Did you notice? What did you say his name was?
The drink giver that
No,
provides the beverages?
No. The man that's meeting you here.
Yarrick.
Yarrick. Do you notice, Bella?
Yes.
You've met him in person before.
Yes.
And,
We had a wonderful hour together.
Wonderful. Oh, yikes.
And this fella, he seems like a trustworthy guy, no?
Oh, I mean, yes.
What makes a guy trustworthy to you?
Oh, you know, when they're, handsome and good at dancing and really charming, and when their parents have a lot of money.
You've just described what makes a man attractive, what makes a man trustworthy. Do you know what trust means?
Yes.
It means over a period of time, they've proved themselves that they
Right.
have your best interests in mind. And you said you've met this person once for an hour?
Yes.
Okay, well, leave your note and maybe they'll get it.
It's true love.
Well,
it's just like in the fairy tales.
Listen, a very important part of trust is consistency. And how could you know that he's consistent if you've only known him for a few hours.
Because we bumped into each other once, and then a little time passed by, and we bumped into each other again. That's consistent. That's twice.
Yeah.
Hold on. Am I allowed to ask a question?
Depends what the question is.
I guess you're allowed to ask. She doesn't have to.
Did
answer.
you?
Don't say anything that is.
Did you base your character off of a certain Disney movie?
No.
That's all I had to ask. Proceed.
No spoilers, man.
I was.
No, but there are some similarities.
Continue. I'm so sorry for interrupting.
So yeah, we bumped into each other twice.
There are quite a few people that I have bumped into on more than one occasion. And
It's meant to be.
We'll leave the note somewhere, where? How about this? How about whenever we come back to meet this man, we'd come with you.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, he's carrying my suitcase, so I hope so.
Okay.
I think that probably sounds like a good idea.
Okay, and I hate to tell you this, but you probably will need to carry your suitcase at some point because it look like a little pack mule down here.
I suppose I could take it for a little bit.
That would be good, but
At least she can carry it for
she
a little
could
bit.
carry
too.
it for
No.
yes.
I mean, but it's so heavy.
Well, that's okay. It builds muscle.
Well, you must understand that it is heavy for you. It is also heavy for him. And after a little while, it will also be heavy for me.
I'll pay you.
No, thank you. I think we are paying.
Hey, listen, if you're paying, I will be a little pack mule. I don't mind.
You've gained 1 point of fatigue.
For every hour you travel.
I can have somebody else follow us around and they can carry it for us.
If you want to hire a stranger, that's fine. But, we'll figure this out. Okay, where are we putting this note? Where is the stranger meeting you?
The drink giver. I'm sure he'll like the drink.
Okay. Barkeep,
Yes.
could you pass off a note, perhaps?
Very handsome elven man with brown hair, green cloak. Very handsome.
I'm writing that down on the note so he knows.
Just kind of starts looking around the bar.
He's not here yet. I don't know when he's going to get here. But you'll know when you see you.
If you see him pass through, could you please just give him this note? She'll give you something for it. Don't make it a
Yes.
platinum.
I don't have smaller
You don't have small.
Do you change?
I only have change.
I want to do a fairy tale. I only have change.
You can't forget just a second ago, if you pay me enough, I'll be a little pack mule.
Sorry.
Can you break a platinum?
Wait, I can't blame. I don't have a platinum.
Do you have 10 gold?
I can cover you.
You got 10 gold?
Yes.
Here, you take that. I'll take 10 gold.
That's way too
Alright,
much.
so how many gold do I get?
10 gold for this.
Do I give him 5 gold?
Just give him 1 at most.
Okay,
I would say yes.
one of these.
Thank you.
You are so welcome.
Surely that would be acceptable.
Of course.
Yes, okay. Thank you.
Of course. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes. We will try.
Dead.
It's the deadpan, just like blank expression. Yes.
We will.
Okay. Heading on out of the tavern, Fro, you know that there are 3 ways of getting back to Ornit.
Mm-hmm.
There is the road that leads to the north and around this great lake beside Halris. There's the road south and around the lake. Or you can head south to the closest town, which does have a ferry service, which goes across the lake.
Okay, I'll describe this to them. I'll just say, so there's 3 ways. We could go north of the lake, south of the lake, or through the lake. Going through the lake, it will be probably the quickest, but it'll cost us some.
No problem.
Okay, well, given that you are, what's the opposite of frugal? That? You're the opposite of frugal?
I know what frugal is.
Oh, yes, I wouldn't assume you do. Well, we could do that option, but I will say if you go up to the north, you begin to see mountains off in the distance, and it is an exquisite sight. But that's if we're not in a rush.
Will I have to walk?
Yes.
I'm wearing very uncomfortable shoes.
Why did you do
Because they're so pretty.
They are, yes, they're beautiful.
Thank you.
She probably has enough money to buy herself a new
I
pair of
think
shoes.
a fairy is probably what we want for now. We can. When an adventurer is starting on adventuring,
Mhm.
sometimes it's best to break into the adventuring slowly.
Yes.
So let's start with a fairy. How does that sound?
Not
She
the
can-
most cost effective.
It's-
but,
no, it's not, but she
I
offered
think
to
that
pay.
we can make it. I think we can make it do.
Yes, yes,
I'm
yes.
not worried about that.
Yes, well, she's a capable woman. A fairy sounds great.
Sounds
We'll
wonderful.
do the fairy. And while we're in town, perhaps I could suggest that you perhaps purchase some lowlier clothes.
Come again?
Okay, how about this? Lowlier shoes.
So,
Wait, how very
at
high,
least,
yes.
at least just wear something comfortable,
Right. I don't really do that.
functional.
Listen, let me put it this way. Your adventures will come to an unfortunate end unless you prepare for your adventuring.
Well, I have armor.
Uncomfortable? Is it comfortable? Yeah, well, you can't do much fighting in uncomfortable armor.
Well, I mean, just the job is just very metallic.
I'll be honest, I'm a bit hot in this region.
It
So
is
I-
quite warm here.
I
You
might
might
step
need
down
to
the gear a
adjust.
little
Yes,
bit as well.
Okay, well,
Okay.
we'll all figure it out how.
Normal clothes.
I know some tradesmen back home that might be able to make you something nice. My suit actually came from the home. Well,
You're sure wearing it.
yes, well, it's the finest of ornaments. But, well, okay. Well, let's get out. I feel...
I did pack some other options. Here. Put down my back.
You're sure wearing it.
Put down my back.
Uh,
Yep, there we go. Okay, alright, go ahead and unzip it for me.
yeah.
Alright, so there's that one. It's blue. It has more silvery details.
I
to it.
really
This-
don't
That
care.
one's also pink.
I'm
that
sorry. I'm sorry. I will see them on our journeys.
Okay,
You're gorgeous.
I know.
Yeah.
We'll zip it up. I'll change on the ferry. I'm sure they have private quarters for us.
Okay, well,
Let's go.
that's definitely not true.
Adventurous.
Alright, off we go. Get down to this pub and into some fresh air. Maybe meet some new faces as well. Okay, Reena, we're on the case. And trust me, I give you my promise, we will find your son and your husband.
Thank you. I just need to know where they are and if they're okay. Hopefully they're okay, but
I'm sure they are. They probably just tripped in a creek somewhere.
And if they're not, I can help them. I'm very talented at that sort of thing.
She's very talented.
I've been practicing.
I don't know what that means.
I've never actually done it before, but I think it'll work.
I don't know what you're meaning, but
Look at this! And I do prestidigitation and make sparkles.
oh, that's
That was very pretty.
that was a nice trick.
It should help.
Once we find them, perhaps. Alright, so heading under the tavern. Heading south along the main road out of Helris. Stepping out of the hustle and bustle of the big city.
Continue.
It is, it's about a few hours travel down to city to the south, which is called Enelaus. Which as Frode has conveyed to the two of you, does offer a ferry service across this lake. Definitely the quickest, yet not the most cost-effective means of traveling from east to west. So upon arriving in the city and making your way to the western docks, the ferrymaster does let you know that it is 5 silver per person.
Can we get private quarters?
Afraid we don't have much by way of...
Can we just rent the whole boat? I don't like it when people look at me like you're not the lesser.
I suppose I could for a higher charge.
How much?
2 gold each.
I give him platinum. Will that do?
That is...
More than enough, yes, yes.
Yes, good, good.
There were already a couple people on the ship, and you see he kind of walks on and...
Please hold.
We'll talk louder.
As we're passing him, I go, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. That, I'm sorry. I give like a little bit of money to each of them. Like,
I'll whisper to him and I'll say, if she keeps spending like this, she's going to be one with the lesser.
I'm afraid so.
Soon enough, the couple other passengers are escorted off the ferry as it sets sail for another few hours travel across this lake.
I'll get changed into something more comfortable. A lesser pink dress and flats.
It's still pink, just lesser.
Less of a corset.
We've went from pink to lesser pink to a lightish red.
The difference between an illusion and a minor illusion.
Yes.
Oh, and
yes.
I'll unbraid the bottom of my hair, so it's
It's still an illusion.
Yeah, but this one's minor. This one's greater.
Still pink.
And after a few hours, at this point, we're early afternoon. Because that meeting did take place close to first thing in the morning, Frode.
Yeah.
So after all that, you're looking maybe 2 o'clock or so in the afternoon.
Okay.
Upon entering the other city of Enelaus on the western side of the lake. And now before you, after passing through, is the open road.
Oh, I cannot describe it well enough. It is a land of beauty. But I break it in a poem. Oh, glowing embers embrace the dusk sky, and leaves take fragrant smoke from the briarwood hearth. Plumes rise in moonward love and embrace, and pass through to heaven's celestial call. My brothers, hard as the house, incense their nose like the leaves in the trees, with briarwoods present, familiar breeze, pulling in, puffing out, in remembrance of home as we pass from our beloved grove.
Are we expected to walk on this? It's so
Yes.
dirty.
Now, come on, let's go.
So no carriage?
No, there's no carriage.
Okay.
You have to embrace the beauty of this land. You have to walk through it.
It is strange.
It is not.
It is not. To me, I've never seen anything like it.
Well, there's many things that are strange to me, but I wouldn't call them strange.
Oh, I didn't. Strange doesn't mean bad.
Wonderful.
Yes, wonderful. It is wonderful.
To Frode, it's the beginning sights of home.
Mm.
To Idan and Resme, it's a new sight,
It's
pretty
just-
unfamiliar to the two of you. Just packed dirt road, no buildings, no houses, just grassy fields, some gentle hills in the distance. Far off you can see the beginnings of a little mountain range encircled by a forest. And as you begin walking, it's a pretty quiet day, all things considered, out on this country road. And after 30-40 minutes of walking along this open trail, once again, Resme is the first to see it. You see a figure just kind of out in the distance. Even from this distance, he looks tall, broad, and is just kind of hanging out along the path,
Frode.
Road.
And I take my shield off of the bag. And I burn it up.
What are you
And
doing?
I slam it to my chest, and armor unfolds from it around my
That is
torso.
very impressive. But what are you doing?
There's some strange figure ahead.
What? It's just a stranger on a path.
Yes. Very
If
strange.
she can't manage Frode, I'd hate to know what she thinks my name is.
Eyeball?
Mm.
I pull out a sword from behind the shield as well.
It was almost eye patch.
Alright.
Okay. How about you put the sword on your back and put the shield on your back, and we just talk to the stranger. It's okay. It's okay. There aren't many, harmful people here.
Okay.
Okay. So as you continue walking, although maybe with a bit of new trepidation,
You said he was tall.
he was tall.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Uh-oh.
Watch yourself. Easy over there. Mish, what have you been doing alongside the road? And if you'd like to describe your character. The two groups have not interacted quite yet.
Nope.
But as you are along the path.
So you see a man of tall stature, very built. He's draped in a fur hide, much like your friend over here. He's got some hide wares on, like think trapper gear meets woodsman. And that's kind of what he's wearing as he's fiddling with putting out a fire and stomping it out. He's, you see his long brown hair kind of flailed down as he's very unkept. And he
Don't look at my face.
he gets up and he pushes his hair back, and then he sets out on the path. And as he walks up to the path, he sees you three. And you see this, his eyebrow go up. Very bushy eyebrows, by the way. He looks at all three of you. And his eyes widen. They're a piercing blue. The kind that will look into the depths of your soul.
I think I should get the sword out.
And it is at
And
this
then-
point that you guys do approach.
His eyebrows go down
Okay. How tall is your character?
6'5".
Oh my gosh.
He's a human male, by the way. So he walks up to you and he says, I am Gruth. And I'm coming with you.
This is wonderful. Are you one of the giant folk?
No. Okay.
Human.
You're a human? I've never seen a Lex.
I believe myself to be.
Well, that's wonderful. I do have some questions before you join us. Why?
Let's get going.
You see, that doesn't really help me understand who you are. Could you explain a little bit more about why you want to come with us?
I'd prefer not to.
Well, that won't do.
I'm already surrounded by one human. Two is far too many.
Okay, I tried to charm him.
Okay. What does that require?
Wisdom 14 saving throw.
Go ahead. Wisdom saving throw.
How's the last?
5.
Oh.
5.
Yes.
So, in speaking to this large figure, kind of waving your hand about as you're speaking to him, suddenly this unnatural calm seems to come about you, and he's successfully charmed.
And
Okay.
as he
You
does,
see his eyes kind of soften, his expression kind of just...
I start to pack my pipe and I just go, well,
Wait, 1 second. As you do that, I cast Stone of Truth around all of us. So I'm going to
Which
need
now requires the 3 of you to roll
Charisma,
a charisma
saving
saving
throw.
throw.
14.
11?
Nope.
Just a pipe hanging out.
Your saving throw is technically the one down
Oh,
there.
I did. Okay.
so it'll give you more bonuses.
Yeah, so that would be 19.
Okay, you save.
16.
You save. So just you. That works.
So, with Zone of Truth, you cannot deliberately tell a lie.
I will know if you do.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to necessarily speak the truth. You can avoid answering, but she'll know if you lie.
Would I be aware that she's cast this?
Yes.
Okay.
At the moment you are aware of that, you are not aware that you are charmed just yet.
Okay.
Well,
He can't lie. I've got a lie detector on him. I'll beep.
I can hear you.
Beep. Wait, yes you can.
Sir, if you're going to join us on our journey, I would like to know why exactly it is you're joining us. You seem nice enough.
An old man told me to join you.
That's really concerning.
I need to know more things.
That's,
And I went to a man. He told me I could find them in the east.
Knowing
You are
things-
the east.
Knowing things is
I think that you might have us mixed up with someone else. We've
We're actually-
only just met.
I know
actually-
a lot of things.
We're actually going west.
But I met you by going east.
That is
It must be a sign.
Thank you.
That's wrong. Well, listen, okay. So you met an old man that said you'll find answers in the east, and you saw us, and that's your reason.
East.
He said, you'll find them on the road. Go east.
Okay, and why were you searching for answers?
I don't want to get into it.
Yeah, well, you see, I
I don't want to get into it.
That's
Intimidation.
Go for it.
don't. What's the saving throw after that?
He just.
There's not much of a saving
Oh.
throw, really.
That's on its edge.
Roll
It
again.
is.
13.
I think just like
Is it an ins?
I think it is against insight. Go ahead and roll an insight check. I'll just roll with that for now.
Sorry.
13.
Oh. 13.
Seems to be quite the standstill at this moment.
Okay, yeah, well, we're moving on. You can stay back here. You're kind of intimidating, but I don't really feel like you're intimidating enough to make us bring you with us. So we're gonna be on our way.
Well, I mean, there's.
You can leave, but I'm just going to follow.
Okay, well, there's gonna be some issues here.
There will be none. I'm here to help.
And why?
He told me to follow you,
That's
and I would get my
You
answers.
see, this is a very nonsensical kind of journey you're on. That doesn't really help me. I don't know if I can trust you.
Are you looking for adventure?
Sure.
He's looking for adventure. We're going to find an adventure. This is perfect. Also, we talked about this trust thing, right? We just need to bump into him again. So, if we look away, then we look back, he's still there. He's trustworthy.
Is that what she...
This,
Got him.
Consistent.
Is that
Oh,
how...
I wish I never would have said that.
we, I turn to him and I go, we're forming a group of just the worst companions.
I can hear you.
As can I.
Okay, say you come along with us. You are not to enter the towns that I go into unless you give me a little more backstory. How's that sound?
Fine with me.
Okay,
But I will
wonderful.
be vigilant.
Okay, are you any good at investigating?
Looks to character sheet.
I wouldn't say I'm bad at it. Wouldn't say I'm good at it.
Okay, well, we are going to investigate a disappearance of a few folk. My friend Reena, she and her husband and her son went out hunting a few days ago, and we're going to go look for them. So, how's that sound for an adventure?
I'm familiar with forests.
She can't pay you.
That's fine.
I can.
You do not have to offer that.
Oh.
I'm not looking for pay.
Well, that's wonderful. Okay,
To come with you is
mysterious,
what I
dark,
want.
brooding stranger. Welcome to our party.
Welcome to our...
Welcome.
and I sparkles.
I'll be honest, I almost wish that he was in it for the money.
I 100% agree because I have literally zero idea what his motivation is. It seems he's gonna be tagging along.
Don't worry. There's 3 of us and 1 of him. If it goes terribly wrong, I'm sure
Yes,
we
but
can
he's
take
a
him.
giant man.
Yes, he's pretty tall too.
I have
I'm
fought
pretty tall.
some pretty great sized.
I'm very
Creatures
happy
and
that I'm
bats.
surrounded by tall people.
You are very short right now.
Yes.
Look,
You are very short
he's
right
very large in
Right now.
spirit.
Yes,
That's what I've been told.
I'm sure it's true.
Okay, well. How about this? We keep walking and maybe me and you, we talk a little bit. On a trail.
Hey, Gruth.
Yeah.
Hey, will you carry my bag for me? It's getting really heavy, and it like rattles as I walk, and it's really inconvenient. I don't think it was made for floors like these.
Sure.
Okay.
I grab it, throw my pack.
No problem.
No problem.
I like him.
Idan, maybe he was.
I mean, it was packed a little more dense than you probably would have picked up by just looking at it. But regardless, just like,
I do have to admit he would be a pretty good addition to the team. For
As long as he listens.
and doesn't try to murder us.
Those are very few requirements. So let's hope this goes well.
It's that one thing.
yeah.
It took that one thing.
Okay.
You're like switching off, like.
And then someone just.
Okay, onward we go towards my wonderful little homeland, and I'm bringing strange men.
And woman.
Yes, but I'm not too worried about you.
You are very strange, though.
Yes.
I think.
Strange, yes. Man, no.
Okay, onward.
As far as we know.
Oh, I guess I don't need my armor anymore.
Secrets.
Can you guys take it off, please?
What? You it like mechanically?
Can you take it off?
You can't.
It doesn't
just
come
tap
off like
it?
that.
No,
What?
I don't know how to take it off.
you're gonna learn.
It
No,
can,
my-
You're gonna learn.
It can put itself on, but you cannot take it off.
Yes. I don't know how to take it off.
Oh, you're a terrible cabin.
My servants always do it. So
Can we get moving?
can you help me get my armor off?
Nope. Forward we go.
Clang, clang.
So it's a little clangy along the way.
I
but
start trying to like fidget with it. I don't understand this stuff.
completely missing the fact that there's, buckles and straps. She's like just most of the time just like trying to pull a gauntlet off the arm. Just
Can I do like a history or something? Like, have I ever seen armor like this before? Do I understand the mechanics behind it?
yeah, you can give me. I think a history would work well enough.
That's a
First that one of the campaign.
the most intricate new armor there is.
D20 did you give me anyway?
Hey, like I said, I didn't roll it before. That's all you, bud.
Gotta warm it up too.
Yeah. First session,
It was such a solid like clunk too. It was just one.
Yeah. It's still frozen.
Like it.
That was a 2.
Oh, we're working up.
Progress. That's 100% improvement. Looking at it, it looks like compared to yours. I mean, you've had armor for a long time. This looks very intricate. Bordering a little more on ornamental. Like you look, even within that one, you look down at yourself. You see your functional armor. It looks usable, a bit clunkier comparatively. Hers looks nice and polished, and you're still a little baffled as to how she took a shield, did this, and suddenly armor. So, not a clue.
I'm peacefully smoking my pipe at the head of the group. Just
Yeah.
one.
You're tall. Can I see how it comes off? Just
This group of
Is there-
tall
is there-
people.
is
There's the
there-
halfling at the
No,
front.
I'm sorry. I do not know
Is
how
there-
to take your costume off.
my costume.
Oh my god.
I have definitely used this before.
Resme's a cosplayer.
It's seen so many battles.
Ah, look at the sun over the ridge. Oh, My homeland is so beautiful. Can you all admire how beautiful this
I'm
land
stuck
is?
in my armor. I don't know how to admire your view.
Right.
Well,
I do
perhaps
have
your
to
armor
admit,
stuck on you.
It is
They
a
are.
rather beautiful view. It almost reminds me of home, just a little less white.
It is a little warmer, perhaps.
Quite a bit.
Where do you come from, anyways?
The north. Rokish.
You come from Vorkish.
Okay.
Is what they say about it true?
So many bad things.
Warkish.
It sounds about the same as what the people there say about it, so probably.
That is incredibly unhelpful. What does that mean? I've heard really strange things.
A lot of the people there are not too fond of the grey skies and the constant cold weather, but I think that with an open mind you can get used to it.
What is Vorkish?
Vorkish is a land up north. It is where I am from.
Yes, I've heard a lot about that land
Gruth,
as
you can roll
well.
a history check if you'd like.
Do what?
You can roll a history if you'd like.
That is the second net one of the campaign.
You recognize the name at least. So, traveling along, middle of the afternoon, the road, the view becomes a little less open as you're approaching the foothills of a mountain range on the left side, so to the north of the road, as also the trees begin to condense as a small little forest surrounds the mountain range to the north of you. Because you've got the crazy passive perception. First Resme, and then Frode. You notice a little movement in the trees. First it's just movement. You don't actually see anything causing it, so easy enough to dismiss as, oh, it's a bird or a squirrel or something. You are approaching the woodlands after all.
Yeah.
Good thing I still have my armor on.
Sing miserably.
Another 20 minutes pass and you hear the same rustling. And then about 5 minutes after that, you catch the source of the rustling as you see a sight you're very unfamiliar with, as there is a slightly larger than normal wolf. But it's got a slight greenish tint to the fur, and even stranger, almost stranger than that, is perched upon its shoulders, there's a crow.
Would I have any insight into what this is?
You can roll an insight, or roll a history or nature, your choice.
I'm gonna pull out my shield and my sword.
Okay.
10?
10. You know there's wolves and all sorts of forest creatures and beasts in the western part of the country. The harvestmen back home have fended off the flocks a number of times from wolves, coyotes, a couple wargs. That's very rare. Never heard of or seen anything like this, especially one that's apparently befriended a bird.
Okay.
I look at it. And then I walk past.
Okay. While Gruth walks past, Patience, what are you doing? What are you up to?
I jump out into the trail, and as I do, I quickly change into my normal half-orc self.
Okay.
And as I do, so I lunge out, transform into my half-orc self, and you see a 6'2" half-orc.
We're all so tall.
We're all so tall.
Not all of us.
She has.
What an oodle theory!
She has like these small deer-like antlers on her head. She has light brown hair with hazel eyes. Like she comes out and she like just grows, like a smile grows across her face. Like she always has this cheery expression. And she has a pendant, kind of like this one I have on right now. That's teal and aqua, and has like a little stone, it's an aqua stone. Pale green skin. She has common clothes, common folk clothes. There's like light dust and dirt on it and earth. And then the crow that was perched on her back, the bird that was on her back, flies up with her and lands on one of for antlers.
Another
Toot toot.
Lands
Stranger,
with
we don't have much. We don't.
Stay back, monster!
We don't have much.
I turn and I'm kind of behind her and just kind of watching.
Would you happen to be a murderer?
Oh, gosh, no.
Look at her, she's beastly.
I've been following you guys for a while, and
Ugh.
y'all are I heard you talking about some things, and I think I have some stuff to help. Oh,
Now, you see, and where I come from, that's called eavesdropping.
you're from Ornith, aren't you?
Yes, I'm from Warner.
Falvic.
Falic, do I know her?
You know the name is actually the town to the north of Ornith.
Oh, okay. Okay. You're from Falic?
Yeah,
I didn't know there were any. What are you?
I'm a half orc.
In the west of Udofir?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, it's nice to make your acquaintance.
Oh.
Why are you lurking in the forest?
Well, you see, there's some people missing in our town, and well, the harvestmen, the people I'm a part of, they haven't done much about it, and you know, I wanted to help and I wanted to do something. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so bad. I am so bad with my manners. I'm Pixie. Pixie Coney.
Pixie, well, and I walk up confidently and I go, my name's Frode, Pixie.
Oh! Hi!
I shake her hand. Frode Fjord.
Frode, okay.
I am Idan.
Idan?
I'm Resme. It's your pleasure to meet me.
And this here's
And
Gruth.
then from right behind you, the looming presence says, Gruth.
He's a strange character. If I were you, we're all keeping eyes on him, to be
I
honest.
don't know what his deal is.
I don't think there's anything wrong with him.
Thank you.
Okay, well,
Do you think we perhaps should check to make sure that there aren't any other tall, strange figures following us?
okay.
Are you a princess?
No, I wish. No, but my father, he's quite powerful. He's on the Sovereign's Council in Valrus.
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
This is...
Wait, so what are y'all doing? Oh yeah, I heard you coming up the road.
It's quite convenient what you were saying because there's like a similar thing happening that we're going to check out. Really strange that that's happening 2 times.
Can I genuinely look around to make sure that
Okay, roll a perception check.
Okay.
It's okay. We're fine.
14.
14?
Yeah.
No one else seems to be traveling at the moment.
So what else is going on?
So, you're a harvestman, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's quite good. It's glad to know at least one harvestman is watching out for the people that they're supposed to be watching out for.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of doing this on my own.
Well, good on you. That's wonderful. What is wrong with your comrades?
Well, you see, we've been having some hard times in the town, and there's been
The towns in the west of Udofir, they're the most peaceful places you can imagine. What on earth could be going on in the towns?
So recently we've had issues with just different like goblins or other things coming and like they're tearing up the town and people are going missing and well
Have houses been going missing?
I think the houses are staying.
Okay.
But
Horrible.
basically, there's people going missing, and well, I mean, my mom and dad, like, they wouldn't do anything, and let's just say we I'm just doing this on my own.
Sorry,
Very good.
question. What is a harvest man? Is that what you
Oh, you don't know what that is?
No.
Oh,
Like you pick crops.
Yo,
Oh, that's cute.
no. Well, I I mean, so, you know what? Okay, I'll put in simple terms for you. You know what, like a militia, military, army, like soldiers, all that.
Oh yes, a personal guard.
Of sorts. Well, you see, like out here in the West, we don't have much of that, and so we kind of have people.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no, we're fine.
It's really okay. You don't have to pity us.
But basically, we just kind of watch on our own, and well, you know, like with a lot of people in our town being harvestmen, my dad especially, I just wanted to join, and we help out with crops. We help out with like protecting the town. We love the land. We work the land, and we protect the land. So.
I have to ask, how is it possible that you could survive out there without an army? Do you guys just not have much conflict?
No.
Oh.
Did I hear you say you were more north?
Not really. Maybe like a day or two. Maybe a day.
I'll be
or so.
honest, other than the fairy folk and the forests and the strange things in the land, there's not really a whole lot going on around here.
So this is the worst place to come for adventure? Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, no, it's the best place to come to raise a family and live a simple life.
That's not what I want to do.
Well, good for you. Our land is beginning to be in crisis, it sounds like. So
Perfect.
Congratulations.
Oh,
You'll
okay,
get
at the
your
perfect
adventure.
time.
So, are you a princess?
No, I'm a nobility.
I don't know
Oh,
what
so
that means either.
you're just like the rest of us if you're not a princess.
Exactly. I'm just like the rest of you.
Huh. You don't look it.
I would hardly say that's the
Thank
same.
you.
You're kind of short, aren't you?
What?
Huh?
It's the tallest man I've ever seen.
So, are you a child or what?
I'm a halfling. Have you not seen a halfling in these lands?
Well, yeah. But they're just children, you know. So why is a child with
Halflings are not just children.
You're a child?
I am not a child.
This child was smoking.
And drinking!
This child with a full beard has been smoking along the road.
Okay, well, I was a child at one point.
I'm 7.
That's
And
good.
at the age of 7, yes, I did smoke still, but that's just very common, my lad. I happen to be in, I'm about 27, okay?
Oh.
So, please,
His
Oh, you're so
parents know
young.
that he's out here.
excuse me,
They're
how old
probably
are you?
rather concerned for him.
We should probably go and tell them.
How old?
Side quest.
Side quest, we go find his parents and tell him he's not home.
And his parents, they're also children.
Wait,
Where are their parents?
Are you guys saying this out loud? The parent
Or
thing?
we're whispering a
We're
little
just-
bit.
Do I overhear them?
I don't think we got into all
So-
the parent stuff, actually.
No.
Are they-
You definitely hear them like whispering a little bit.
Are they whispering in front of me?
Yeah, they didn't move very far.
Okay.
They're still standing like, within the group.
So, wait, where are we all heading?
We're heading to the, where's Reena from? Was it Ornith?
Rena's from Ornith.
Okay. We're heading to my town, Ornith.
So
All right. Sounds good.
you're 27. How old are you
Going
all?
back to Ornament. What?
How old are you guys?
Oh, uh-huh.
Your age.
25.
Oh, okay. You.
30.
Right. You.
Been a while since I've thought about it.
Right.
It's been a while.
Oh, man. And you guys only live for such a short time. It's so
No,
sad.
she's not a princess.
Yes, halflings live to be, like 80 or so.
I'm 100.
Oh, excuse me.
Gee, she's old.
You're 100.
I know, I'm really young. It's embarrassing.
That's incredible. That's the oldest person I've ever met.
Really? I'm very young for where I'm from.
Can I see your
that's
hands?
ancient. Wow. We're talking to like someone from centuries past.
A century, yeah. That's correct.
You know, halflings can live over 2 centuries.
Okay,
Hey, you
then.
guys live a
Yeah.
little
Oh,
longer.
okay. Well, then I
That's,
readjust. I say, what? Halflings can live about 200 years.
That's still very short.
Yeah, I've
So-
tweaked some of the ages of the normal D&D races just to make things a little more interesting a little bit. So,
Cool.
over 2
Awesome.
centuries.
Well, I mean, I know Ornament too, so.
Yes, wonderful. Yeah, she's about as local as I am.
You know,
It's a nice town, really nice.
It is a
really
nice town. Ah, yes.
Yeah.
I have fond memories growing up there.
do they have a nice inn? Maybe some good food?
Oh, yes.
Like lamb. Lamb actually would be great.
Lamb?
Do they have comfortable sleeping places?
Do they have lamb? I would think so.
We don't need this.
Yes, we actually
flocks.
we make fine lamb.
We
actually.
we don't. Why would you do that?
Now I
'Cause
will.
I'm hungry.
I will say, our inns are a little. They're made for smaller folk in Ornit.
Okay.
Now we do have some larger things, but we don't see a lot of large folk around the area.
So I have to use my sleeping roll.
Perhaps we'll see what we can find.
That's okay. I don't sleep anymore.
Do I know of an inn that would support large folk?
Yeah, the population of Ornit isn't specifically halflings. There's a mix of halflings, gnomes, some humans, very few other races. But in general, comparatively, even the humans in some of the western towns are a little on the shorter side.
Maybe a little bred with the halflings.
Yeah, a little bit.
So I don't want to keep us too much, but I just have a question for two of you. What is that, and what is that long cape?
Did you just refer to him and ask him what is that?
I've been asking that this whole time.
We've all been asking that.
It's that little thing on your back. Yeah. What's
Yes.
that cape?
It is fur. It is to keep you warm. I suppose it's not too necessary out here, and I'll take it off. Just kind of slightly embarrassed that I.
Oh.
It's my clothes.
All right, well, let's keep going. We have a husband and son to rescue.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We shall save them.
I need help with my town too.
What's going on?
People are missing.
Do you know specifically, like how many?
Well, we could go back and ask around, but I haven't been there for
You see,
a few days.
when I left, I just heard of a few people disappearing.
Oh, no, it's more than that.
Oh.
Don't worry. I'm very good at finding things. Oh my gosh. I
The
just.
spite.
I'm very good at
It was
finding
it.
things. I tell the servants and the guards to search around, and they find it in no time.
That's not quite how it's going.
That'll be you guys.
I don't want to make you dread this, but you think we could go back to Falic, maybe?
Where's closer?
Well,
Listen, we promised Reena. You know Reena?
maybe.
Well, we promised Reena that we would look for her son and her husband specifically.
Well,
So I think we need to do this, but I think after we find him, we can go up to your.
let's
Hold on.
wait.
She's reported a higher volume of people missing. Number one.
No,
Number two. Which place is closer?
so definitely one. Let's stop at Ordon.
Yeah.
Figure out how many people are missing from there, because if it's I think it's happening more than just to our towns.
What if they're all going to the same place and they're having a party?
Don't like the enthusiasm.
Highly doubt that.
A party would be fun.
A party would be great, but that if we have a party, usually we find the people within a day or two.
Those halfling parties, man.
I've heard of very few parties taking place.
Maybe they're meeting in the middle. And they're saying, hey, you! Hey, son and husband, how are you?
Okay, well, Pixie, since you agreed, we can go to Ornit, find out some information, and then head.
Move up.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
I'm gonna have to leave another note for Yelric.
Well, and Resme,
Who's
it
that?
seems as though you're going to get a true adventure because this seems like it's unfolding to be a great mystery.
Oh, that's so exciting. Yelric's my true love.
She met him for an hour.
One of those.
Yeah.
An hour?
It was so
One of
magical.
those.
He's
Wait,
so good at dancing.
Do you not know them?
I just met them before you.
Yeah, we don't really know this man.
We don't really know each other either, to be honest.
I've been honest with him. I don't really trust him all that much, but we'll see.
You don't have to trust me. I know what I'm here for.
Well, that's really great for you.
He kind of reminds me of some of the people back in Falic.
What reminds you of them?
Well, do you know what orc is?
Yeah.
Like tall, scary. They're the sweetest people I know. Kind of remind me of that.
Oh.
Anyway, let's get to it, shall we?
Yes, it sounds
Oh,
wonderful.
you're going to be traveling.
Can I join you? I'm sorry, I have such bad people skills.
Yes, you do.
Any courageous harvestman is welcome in the party.
Right.
Okay, onward we go.
Onward you go. As the hour begins to grow later, it's late afternoon at this point. You're traveling partway through the forest, actually.
It's awful.
And says you.
Sounds right.
Soon enough, after a little more travel along this road, the trees part just enough to where you can see now a few buildings as the road leads into this small little town. You would know, and I mean, you especially living there, there's maybe 80-ish, 100 people total, but also being farmlands, some of those people are scattered out and about the fields. Similar to the road behind you, you can see, aside from just farmlands, there are some hills. There's obviously the forest right beside you. The houses themselves are actually quite interesting, a combination of some of those stone cottages with grass and thatched roofs. But what's interesting is some of the houses in and bordering the forest almost seem to be made out of trees that have been bent, grown, and shaped into these small little hovels and huts. But even still, most of the houses have a tree adjacent or inside the home. Very interesting sight, but home.
I take a big breath and I go, can you smell that? It's the briarwood hearth burning away. People are
you said
lying
it's like
down.
almost dark.
It's evening-ish.
Evening. Like, is it dark?
Not dark yet.
Okay.
But you can see the sun is beginning to set
Okay.
ahead of you.
Can you do a scope?
You watch as this. She speaks to the crow, and the crow kind of flies up and begins circling above. He's up there for a few minutes.
Yeah.
As the rest of you.
I know exactly how we're going to solve this mystery, okay? I'm going to go stand somewhere, really subtly. I'm like, oh my goodness, I am all alone, ripe for the picking. Someone, I hope no one takes me away.
That is a dumb idea.
This is a fine plan.
Right?
This is a fine plan.
Do you want her to-
Oh, it would be such a shame if someone came and stole me and
Someone
or
should
killed
ban
me.
you from speaking.
Watch your manners.
It's a fine plan. We would rescue her.
What exactly is the plan here?
Of course you'd rescue me. You're my guards.
Can
Okay, never mind. We're going into town and we're asking around. I'm not a guard. I'm going to go ask around the town to my folk. Okay, so you can all follow me, or you can go stand out in the field.
That is a
somewhere.
much
Can
better plan. I'll follow
Silas,
you.
can Silas tell me where the closest harvestman people are?
Yeah.
Okay. So I whistle, I go. And
What
then
the-
Silas comes back down. And-
As she whistles, the crow lands back on her shoulder with a.
Where's the closest harvestman? What does Silas say?
He would convey that there are some, like one of the kind of stations, outposts, so to speak,
Okay.
on the western side, just a little ways outside of town.
Okay. Alright, well, if we want to get into town, there is a harvestman post we can get to. So if we want to talk to some people while we go through, we can.
That sounds wonderful to me. Yes, let's do that.
Do you need to stop at your home at all? Or get the mail?
I'm fine for now. I'll speak there tonight probably.
Okay. So you're heading to the outpost?
Yeah.
Okay.
Head through town.
Heading through the little village of Ornit. It's very interesting to most of you familiar to you, obviously home to you. But passing through, you don't see much by way of shops and stores or schools or temples or anything overly extravagant. For the most part, it looks like homes. The biggest section is where the town center would be considered. You see essentially just a bunch of stalls and booths set up. But at the moment, the town center is relatively still and quiet. There are some people out and about going about their business as the day comes to a close. And yeah, looking about, you see mostly halflings, some gnomes, some humans, a couple elvish figures, but simple folk, simple clothes, seem to be living their lives.
I'm like passing and waving at people like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
hello there,
Yeah, man. Oh, I'm
How you been?
Oh, doing all right. And you?
Doing. Well, you know, with all these disappearances and whatnot.
Oh,
Every single person
it's
he
a
talks
shame.
to him, just kind of,
I'm gonna try and smile and wave at them.
Oh gosh.
for quite a few of the people, especially the ones you know, like they look at you, they give you the usual, hey, how you doing? And just the curious eye of,
It's a long story.
I look forward to hearing it at some point.
Well, I look forward to telling it, to be honest.
Seems like quite the tale.
Well, I hope it's not.
Excuse me. Do you know how to get armor off? I've been stuck in it all day long.
That's just that's just a simple
I'll
farm.
pay you.
Listen, okay, who am I? What's the name of the person I'm talking to?
This one is a gnomish figure.
Can I walk over and try to help her with her armor?
You can.
What do I need to roll?
That is a fantastic question. What do you need to roll for that?
Acrobats.
Acrobatics. Whoa, what's going on with that armor?
Strength check to just shake her out of it.
I'm doing like
Animal handling. Just kidding.
Whoa!
Is that I'm kidding?
I think there's like a strap.
We did a history
maybe?
check last
I don't know.
time.
He did history to kind of.
Usually my service
Yeah,
is
that was
just
part of
kind
it.
around
I'd say
performance.
performance. Just do a dexterity check.
Dexterity. Just basic dexterity.
Yep. Add your modifier.
It's also 13. 5.
5. Seems a bit difficult.
Can I try harder?
Okay, I
You
just
can.
I turn to the farmer. I say, listen, ignore her. Do you need help with your armor?
Yeah, I've been asking for like 4 hours now.
Yes, and that's why I'm offering because it's so darn annoying.
We could have just taken it off in the first place.
Okay, well, yeah, we're gonna do it now.
I think
You
there's
said
like a strap or
Yeah,
something.
those who wish to assist can roll a d20 and add a dexterity modifier.
Well, I rolled a 7.
This is ridiculous.
15.
15.
Wait, dexterity. Wait.
I'll do 2 because I'm trying to help ish.
Plus 2.
15.
16, 15.
16.
5, 7,
16.
16.
Kind of barely help. I don't want to break it down.
What
Okay.
kind of armor is this anyway?
It's more just once you actually see some of the buckles and straps, you're like, yeah, that looks right.
Okay, that one there.
But then, especially between the two of you, it's like, oh, it's actually not as bad as it looks.
Can I just like, as I'm taking off, I'm just like, do do do.
Oh, no.
And with every single buckle, because you have to pull a buckle before it can
Yeah.
release, right? So I'm just like,
So be careful. Be careful.
well, it's like cinching your arm every time I do it. It's like,
Okay.
Every
Yep.
undone buckle's like a small tourniquet for a second.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry, I got some dust on
Well-
you.
Precipitation.
That was annoying. Let's move on.
And then I pick up the pieces and just stick them. And then how does it go back into the shield? I don't actually know. Well, it does. How does that
So you're just crying.
work? It just folds out, maybe.
Magic.
Magic.
Yeah.
Into the shield.
I grabbed the shield and set it on the suitcase.
Thank you. Oh, so kind. But I'll polish it later, actually. That's okay.
You know when you buy
Oh,
like
it's
a
on
new
the
piece of
ground.
technology and there's like 50 different plastic bags and like the slot for every single thing.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
that. We're
Yeah.
I feel so much better. Next time, just a tip. Just be a little more gentle with it. My mother would have fired you right away, but that's okay because I'm a little more, gracious.
Yes, that's how I describe you.
Yes.
Okay, well, sorry you had to see that.
Yeah, this poor guy.
The gnomish figure just kind of like, puts his hand on your shoulder and kind of turns you to the side. Bro, are you okay?
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
I've never met such dreadfully awkward, strange folk.
I've never seen such tall people in life before.
I know. I
Trust
was so...
me, I will try to keep an eye on the little guy, and I'll just kind of
I like him.
Okay, well, all right.
He's doing just fine. I really thought the tall folk would be a lot nicer than they've been.
What have I done that's not been kind?
Cinched my
I'm
arm.
like, we're kind of whispering this. You know?
Oh,
Yeah, the farmer did kind of turn him to the side a little bit.
My bad.
I imagine so.
Yeah, well, it'll be okay. I have high spirits.
Well, that's good.
You know.
Yeah. I'll hear the tale one day.
Yes, you will.
Yes.
Yes.
Best of luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a good evening.
Well, yes, you too. And
Thanks to all of you.
and I would stay indoors as much as possible.
I was headed home anyway.
Yes.
I walk forward to shake his hand.
There's a bit of hesitation as then just this tiny gnomish hand reaches up. Essentially, yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
He's a kind man, see?
A gentle giant, I guess.
Yes.
As he just kind of like slowly starts to like back away and then turn and not so subtly kind of power walk.
Are we still heading to the Harvestman?
Yes.
Is this Harvestman place? Is this a good inn to stay in? Do they have satin pillowcases?
Satin pillowcases?
Silk is even better.
What on
What's
earth are you
that?
talking about?
Well, you don't want to damage my hair.
I'm sorry, milady, but I don't really care about your hair.
No one's ever said that to me.
Well, don't you just wash it? Like if
listen, your hair it's very nice.
It's beautiful.
I'm sure it will be fine.
Spent enough time out here to look like mine.
Okay, let's go forward. I just want to get to the Harvestman. There's people's lives at stake.
Yes,
I'm the first one to like
Uh,
head up to the outpost.
Okay.
Golly.
So Pixie now leading the charge.
Yes, I go up to. Is it like?
I'm
is
following with a smile on my face.
Is it like?
Still a little chuckle.
Is it like one of those where it's like a little hut, almost like where there's doors and everything?
Yeah, there's a little door on the back of a small hut that, like, on the sides, there's like a larger kind of
Mhm.
panoramic window, so to speak. Although window, but there's no glass or anything. Yeah, at the
So
moment.
I just go up.
Yes, hello.
Hey, it's Pixie from Falic.
Oh yeah. Well, come on in.
I just like open the door.
The door opens. You see two figures sitting in there, just resting against the wall. There are a couple of pitchforks.
Mhm.
Looks like one sort of dingy crossbow leaning against the other wall.
Oh, you're a bit more well armed than usual, huh?
Well, this usually stays here in the hut, but it's functional. It works.
Good on you. We need all the defense we can get now.
So,
Sometimes, yeah.
how many people are missing from this town?
Oh, I think last we heard 2 or 3.
Was it just Reena's boy and husband?
They were the most recent ones, yes.
Okay, and who else?
There was the Butcher's boy. What's the Butcher's boy? Here, she has a name. Please hold. Scroll. The butcher's boy. Yeah, Ellis.
Oh, Ellis. Yes, yeah. Ellis's dad. Yeah, the butcher. I saw my first cut to him.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah. Sorry to hear about
His boy was the first to go. And then just a few days ago, old Reena came by and asked if we'd seen her husband and her boy. And
What was the boy's occupation?
the first one?
The butcher's boy.
He helped out his
He
dad.
was a butcher.
Butcher.
Yes, the other two kids grew up and left for other towns and cities, but Ellis grew up and moved out, but stayed around town. Helped out his mother and father with the butchery.
Okay, and what are people around here saying that people are going missing from?
Oh, all sorts of stories. Especially after the attack up in Falic a couple weeks ago. Stories of goblins and gnolls and all sorts of foul beasts. You know, people's imaginations go wild.
Yes, the wives' tales.
The wives' tales.
I'm
yeah.
sure Forest of Many Faces is coming up. I'm sure.
Oh, once or twice, yes, depending on how much ale people have had.
Yeah.
It was horrible up in Falic.
So it was worse to the north?
We had fires. It was with the goblins. And,
So in Falic, you're sure it's the goblins?
well, I don't really know. I was hoping I could find something out, but it's been bad.
Well, they're making it this far south now. Well, I would say you should start to arm yourselves and if you can't recruit any more harvestmen.
Right.
Was the attack from the north?
It was when was it again?
It was.
Was it like nighttime?
It was in the night, and it was to the north and east.
Mm-hmm.
Northeast. South,
It was at night a few weeks ago. East and north.
Northeast.
Sure.
Yeah, that's right.
So we should stay up
We
all
should
night long and keep our eye out.
Yes, I think our... I kind of talked to the harvestman. I think our path is unfortunately taking us to the northeast then.
Oh, that's quite all right. Aside from a few reports, it's still pretty quiet around here. But if there's actual attacks up in Falvik, then
Okay.
well, that's the best lead we've got, I guess.
Okay, and I must tell you right now, I made no progress as far as the harvest goes. We are not going to get better prices.
Maybe next season.
Well,
I do
I'll
appreciate
tell
you trying.
I'll tell you what. Once we close up this business, and I hope it's soon. I hope this is not a big deal. I'm gonna try to go back to the capital and see what else talking I can do. I made a little bit of progress. There's a elder of the city.
Oh yeah.
And she seemed to be a little more kind of understanding of the local folk and nature. And then we actually had a halfling on the board too.
Really?
Yes. So what little effort I can make to help represent our land. I'm gonna try to go back.
Well, thank you, Frode. Thank you.
Well, yeah.
Need all the help we can get, unfortunately.
Yes.
Right. Well, hopefully this doesn't turn anything too deep, too menacing. Hopefully you can find people alive and well.
Well, with my tall friends,
Yes.
nothing can stop us.
Yes, I wouldn't think so.
We need to get going. Sorry to cut it short.
Yes, I agree. It was good to talk to you. Please be on the watch.
Yes, of course.
Well, I think we should stay the night here in town.
Well,
Stay safe.
You know what? I will open my house to those that can fit, and I'll talk to my neighbor, see if I can, see if they can stay anywhere else.
Are you guys the guards?
Of sorts, yeah.
I will require you, two of you outside of my resting place while I'm trancing.
Listen to me. Just say yes.
Just so you know, she's fine.
Roll persuasion check. Or intimidation if that's your option. Okay.
That's it, persuasion. So +3? Yeah. 11.
11. Okay. Can probably find a couple.
Excellent. Would you require currency?
They kind of look to each other, look at you, and look at Frode. It would help.
Okay, here's a platinum.
Both their eyes just kind of like go wide, and there's. But thank
Is
you.
that too little?
No, it's quite all right. Quite all right.
Yeah, don't stop at that this time.
Thank you.
Of course. Yeah. Well, the one that's been doing most of the talking is another halfling, but then the other fellow in there is a human, but yeah, on the shorter side. Yeah.
Okay, well, let me show you all my home.
This should be
It's
exciting.
It's a simple little hut.
Oh.
Well, that's not a bad thing. Now,
Oh.
it's quite nice actually.
Oh, good.
And so I guide them over to my house.
Okay. So what does your house look like? Is it one of the tree houses?
Yeah. So my house is closer towards the forest, and as we stroll up on it, you see up on top of the house, it is kind of one that's like, it's in the ground but not really in the ground. Like part of it's in the ground, the entrance is in the ground, but it branches off into like a more structure with like thatch roofs on the side, and it's all on the edge of the forest, but it's all kind of made with tree trunks, and like it's going up, and there's arches in it, and you see like these nice windows everywhere, and it's a nice little establishment. I've got like a nice little home for myself.
What's the lowest point in this home?
The lowest point.
Yes.
What do you mean the lowest point?
Do you have a basement?
I mean, I have a place where I store perishables.
I will sleep there.
In the food?
Not in the food, but down there. Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you.
It's a little cold.
I won't take any of the food.
I appreciate that.
I retreat down.
Okay. Is it an external entrance or internal?
To
the cellar.
To the cellar. I would say probably external.
Okay.
So I retreat down.
Okay.
There's I would say there's both, but like the
Right.
entrance that he fit in would be the outside one.
So kind of in the classic fashion, there's just like a larger doorway.
I duck my head as I go down and close the door behind me.
My house, it would, I mean, it's taller than I am, so it would be,
Yeah.
like 6 foot, I would
I
say.
can stand just
Okay.
barely.
Yeah.
Oh, my bun, my bun.
It's short.
Hit your head on the chandelier.
Yeah,
by
for
accident.
sure.
Sorry. I just
Well, and I kind of, I'm like,
I'm 6'2".
oh, and my
Is
home
that
is a little
you
taller
or
than
is it-
most.
That's
No,
good for you.
including the antlers. No, I take Silas off of one of my antlers. And I just, okay, we're gonna have to stay here.
The microphones are picking up any of that.
It doesn't matter, y'all can't actually understand me. So. I'm actually going caca. So I'm like caca, and then I'm over here just like, okay.
She's just saying it so she gets it.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Okay, you're gonna stay out here. Don't go inside. You can stay out here. Keep watch. If you
Okay,
hear
and then-
anything, come in.
I go into my wood shop.
Promise.
The
Promise.
silk pillowcases.
I don't have silk pillowcases.
Like, I just duck down.
Yeah. And he kind of just perches above the door frame for the time being.
I go out to my wood shop and I grab some of like my spare pipes that are like they're okay, and I kind of bring them back, and I'm like, well, I've made good friends on this trip, and I'd like to offer you all just something a little nice. I'm said to be the best pipe maker in all of Ward, and I would say the western side of Udafir, so they're pretty nice pipes, but these aren't my nicest, but I figure as gifts, they'd make excellent ones in short need, so would you all like one?
Sure. Thank you
Sure.
very much.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, here you go.
You'll have to teach me how to use it one day.
Yes.
Can
Well,
I
It's not too difficult.
perhaps make it blow bubbles instead?
Game reflecting life.
I've never actually tried.
It's a good time to start.
Yes, well, maybe you can blow bubbles. Yes. Okay, well, I'm off to have a smoke, and I'm going, and I'll go to sleep, so good night, y'all.
Truly.
I just go in to like where the living room area is or something, like crouch still, and I just find a spot to lay down.
Yeah, the furniture on the inside is definitely not adequate
It's
size
the floor.
for the rest of you.
Use the couch as my.
But the house itself is spacious enough that you can find floor space if you wish. I'm sure if Frode were to also offer the wood shop, there's plenty of floor space out there as well. Or you can sleep outside under the stars if you wish. I know you're not going to accept that. But yeah, you got some options.
I take the seat in front of the hearth, the wooden hearth that gives me.
Wait,
Yeah.
where's she sleeping? Where are you sleeping?
Probably somebody says like a carpet or something, because I can sit up.
I just
Okay.
started.
There's a nice area right next to the hearth if you want. It's nice and warm down there. It's got a
Sounds
big
good.
carpet.
Yes. Is there a private room for a moment?
Yes, over there.
Thank you. I'll go over there and sit down and grab my amulet and start praying. Say, hey, Dawn Champion, it's me. Crazy day. Oh my goodness, so many things happened. I'm sure you saw it all, but it was totally awesome. I'm going on an adventure. Hopefully Elric can find me. Oh, maybe you can help him find me. That'd be really, really awesome. I met this short little guy. His name's Frode. I think it's Frode.
Do I hear you saying this?
No, that was Pagan asking because I forgot.
Frode, yeah.
Frode, and then I met
Fraud.
this human guy named Idan, something, and then I met this green girl named Pixie, and this other really dirty human guy named Gruth. I think he needs a bath. Anyway, it was pretty dope, and we walked, and we went on a ferry, and then we walked and walked. I didn't know adventuring would take this much walking, so if you could do something about that, that'd be fantastic, because my legs hurt so bad. Okay, anyway, I love you so much, and good night. Amen. I don't know how she's gonna end that yet. I'll work on it. I'll workshop it.
Figure something out. Okay.
And then I'll return
With
to the
sparkles.
hearth. And I love you so much.
So, anything anyone wishes to do as you wind down for the first day?
I'll actually follow him.
Okay.
You said you're going
Yeah.
outside.
I'm just. You see me. I have this like old book that I'm writing things in, but like I have a lot of text written in.
And I'll just kind of approach him. Thank you so much, of course, for providing for us for the night.
Oh yes, of course. It's the least I can do.
Is this crazy?
Yes, this is not going exactly as I mean, to be honest, I wasn't expecting to be back home this early, and then to be back home with a bunch of. You're fairly normal, and you seem to have good common sense, but
You as well, thank you.
a few of the members of this party, you know who I'm talking about, right?
I chose to speak to you for a reason.
Yes.
They're by
Okay.
the heart, right?
No, they're outside.
The
Wait,
house.
are you outside?
Yeah, we're outside.
Yeah.
We're having a smoke.
I'm struggling to keep.
Yeah, oh my god, you light this thing. I keep this thing lit. Like lighting
There you
matches.
Yeah, and so, well, I say that they seem somewhat capable, at least.
Yes, at least it seems like they all have strengths in one way or another.
Resme strength may just be your pocketbook.
I suppose we will find out.
We'll see.
She has a certain charm.
A
Never
charm
know.
is a way to put it.
Perhaps she will be able to use this as a means of growing.
Yes. Well,
I think we probably will as well.
yes. Yes. We'll learn some patience.
Yeah, it is probably going to require quite a bit.
And then Gruth. What do you think? What do you make of Gruth?
Gruth, he is rather large. I suppose that we will find out what his strengths, other than the physical, are along the way.
Yes. Well, I should very much like to trust at least one person in this party. And I know Pixie, not well, but I would say, she's from another land and that she's close by. Could you, just for my peace of mind, could you tell me a story from your land? Just a little bit about you.
Oh, story from my land.
Just what brings you by? Why did you end up in... It seems strange for someone to come from, you said Vorkish?
Vorkish.
To Udofir, and all the way out to Orange now. I know that part, but why Udofir?
I just know that there's a lot to trade in. Opportunity out this way. Where I'm from, it is very frozen almost all the year, especially in the winter months. It gets a little bit difficult for survival.
Well, are you a talented tradesman?
I don't have a whole lot of experience in it. I'm a soldier, and so it definitely is not my first time traveling, which is why.
How about this? We can stay out here a little bit tonight, and I could teach you about the common trade routes in this area, and maybe give you some pointers if you're looking to make a business for yourself.
That would be fantastic, actually.
Okay, well, yes, I'll just go grab. I'll go grab some scrolls and maps and bring them out, and we can talk about that.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Yes. That's what we're doing.
Okay.
And after, studying and stuff for a little while, I'll eventually head into the house.
Okay.
And I'll stay kind of close to where she's at, just in concern. Her in her pocketbook and her waving it around all day. And I'll just kind of get my cape and just kind of put it over myself, maybe take off my armor and stuff, and I'll just kind of sleep on the more bare part of the floor, the colder part.
Funny enough, as you go to take off your armor, it's actually a relatively easy process.
Couple leather straps.
Couple buckles, and
Oh, that's so
look
good.
at that, you're ready for bed. So, as the sun goes down on this first day after having met a bunch of strange people, the night finds you all, some for far shorter time than others. And, well, some of you did cast some spells, so you can go ahead and take your long rests and reset those. As one of you awakes very
At exactly 4 a.m.
early in the morning.
It's a beautiful day. Oh my gosh, I forgot I was here.
At that, she wakes me up.
Sorry. Just go to sleep. Shh. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Little fruit. Frog.
Does this wake me up considering I'm right there?
How light of a sleeper is Idan?
He was... I'd say that he's probably pretty aware.
Okay.
Well, I don't know, would that be my passive perception?
That would play into it. Passive 13.
Just go to sleep.
You might stir a little bit and hear some hushed tones. But maybe nothing necessarily to
Nothing
fully wake you up.
enough. Yeah.
Nothing concerning. Although it would be concerning if you just woke up and heard, go to sleep. Whoa!
She's holding a pillow over front of his head.
Go sleep. Only dreams.
I will get up and I'll go to that private room again and take out my hairbrush and start brushing my hair. 1, 2, 3 until I get to 1,000. And I will pray the whole time I do it too and talk to the Dome Champion. And then I will start looking around for food. For maybe like an apple or something.
There's like a small porch, right?
Yeah.
I'm just sitting on the porch.
At about 6 a.m. I would wake up and I grab my bagpipes and I go into the top of my house.
No.
And at about 6:30 after I've had my smoke, I go, all right, it is time. And I just start belting on the bagpipes.
I will say, funny enough, before that happens, as you exit the house with your bagpipes, Gruth is there on your porch.
Oh yeah, and I go, oh, well, good morning, Gruth.
Morning.
Okay, well, it's a good day to be home.
And
I'm glad to hear that.
and bagpipes
Yes.
at 6:30 in the morning.
Something's happening! Something's happening! Aiden, we're being attacked!
What does Silas do?
Silas, obviously, during the night, noticed the movement of Gruth moving to the porch, and when Frode woke up and came outside, and being perched mostly on the doorframe, but then taking a few different spots on the top of the house, watches with curiosity as this little halfling man climbs up on the roof, swing bagpipes, and then as soon as the first note is blown, because you said you had a pipe before you sounded the alarm.
Yeah.
So even for Silas, there was this false sense of security as, oh, he's just smoking. And he just kind of goes back to walking around, maybe slightly dozing off, before almost in comical fashion, just an explosion of black feathers starts like flying laps around the house, trying to find you specifically.
Yeah, I run out of the house and I look around because I can hear.
What's
An
that dreadful
immediate
noise?
dive bomb onto your antlers.
I can definitely hear Silas saying some things.
Oh yeah, there's some choice words in that call.
And I calm him down. I'm like, hey, don't worry. The weird short kid is just I think he's screaming or singing or I don't know.
He does calm a little bit, but his wings are still kind of extended, almost like, trying to pump himself up, make him look big and threatening. He's just like,
Someone make it stop. Oh my gosh, my ears are going to bleed.
What's Idan's reaction to this?
I think I'll just kind of stumble out of the house and... You said you're on the roof?
Yeah, I have a little roof
Okay.
patio, but like my roof is like my roof patio is at like the height that you guys would be like, standing.
To see onto the roof patio, you just become Wilson. Like to look up top, you're just like this.
Yeah.
I'll just look up and... Oh, what a beautiful morning awakening.
Yeah, it winds down. Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
It's
Thank
good
you
to see
for the
everyone.
beautiful sound of
Oh yes, you're welcome. Every morning I get up here and do this, and I've got to say I've never had so many tall folk to entertain.
Every morning.
Every morning.
So how do you sleep?
Every morning.
How did you sleep?
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
You're in the cellar. Why the cellar?
It's better for me in this way. And it was very good sleep.
Yeah. Okay.
Quite restful.
Yeah. Okay. That. Yes. Well, that's good. I'm glad you slept well.
Me too.
Oh.
Okay. And then I kind of turn to everyone. Okay, well, I'll go make some breakfast, and then we'll be on our way up to
Falic.
Up to Falic.
Falic.
Yes, do you need my order, or do you know how I like my food prepared?
Well, Yeah. I was gonna make some breakfast potatoes
It never ends.
alongside
Oh.
a good amount of eggs
Just
and a little bit
that's
of lamb.
buckle in.
Do you have any greenery, any fruits? I don't like to eat heavy. It makes me feel sluggish the rest of the
I
day.
got some apples.
Look, I understand that we are your guests, but what is the occasion? I mean, you don't have to use all these.
What's the
Resources
occasion?
on
Why,
us.
good sir, this is just breakfast.
Oh.
It's breakfast for some good friends, yes?
I would be fine with just some leftover fish or
Nonsense. I will make as much as food as you guys can bear. It's okay, really. Really. We have plenty of food. If there's anything that Ornit isn't lacking, it's food.
Feel right at home.
Okay.
Well,
Would you like any help?
no, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. It'll be quick. I'm good with it.
I don't want to be too much of a burden, but could you just make some extra potatoes?
Yes. Okay.
That's all.
Then I go and cook up some
I'm
things.
like almost disgusted at that request.
Oh.
Wow.
Disgusted by extra potatoes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Interesting.
What?
Okay. Well, and I bring it out.
Can I roll insight?
Sure.
To see if he's disgusted by the
No, just to, just trying to understand why.
Highly allergic.
Filthy potatoes.
Or rather, investigation.
It would be more insight.
Insight. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. 14.
Ooh.
14.
Mhm.
What would you like to just tell us about items discussed by the request of extra potatoes? It's a 14, so you don't have to divulge and everything, but
Like, what is the basis of the discussion?
or like even is it even discussed?
It's not even. It's not discussed at the potatoes. It's the discussed at like I don't understand why you would be asking someone for more of something that's already
Being given.
luxury.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Okay. Well, I bring plates and I kind of have them stacked. I have them stacked like on my shoulder, on my elbow, and like I kind of then like bring out like 6 plates and I shuffle them onto the table and I'm like well here you go. Here's a good Ornith meal.
Are they his plate sizes or are they like our plate sizes?
You'd have a bit of both.
Okay.
Being a town of some mixed folk, even though the humans here are a little shorter there are still average sized
And
plates.
we like our food, so our plates are bigger than they
Okay.
should be.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I was wanting to help make food. Did I help make food? Did I?
if he would have allowed.
I try not to, but
Can I make the bread?
oh, you're making bread. Yeah, I'll let you make bread. Yeah. I say, I've got some starter stuff down in the basement in the cellar if you want to go grab that.
And while they were cooking everything up, I pulled out my armor a little more and tried to mend any tears or damage that was caused from taking it off yesterday
And-
with mending.
As he sets on the plate, I go, "Thank you, sir."
Yeah, and then at that, I snap my fingers and I'm like, and you're welcome for this too. And I clean all his clothes and I prestidigitation.
Oh, I should have done that ages ago.
As you look upon my face with the dirt, like kind of cleaned away, you just see like the bone structure of a beautiful man.
I'm taken aback and I'm like, oh my goodness! I was not expecting that.
Is something wrong?
No.
Can you trim up his beard too, by chance?
What's wrong with my
No,
beard?
it's okay. No. I'm not gonna touch you. Just a quick clean.
Scraggly.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's
And I start to eat.
I just any meat or any like eggs or anything that were on my plate, I just push it off to his plate.
Okay.
Just have my potatoes and bread.
I'm also very confused by this.
Fair enough. But yes, a lovely halfling ornate breakfast is prepared and eaten. And once all has been consumed or any kind of leftovers put away somehow, day is yours.
Okay. We get on the trail and go up to
Falic.
Falic.
Calm down.
Falic?
Falvic.
Falic.
Yeah, you should write that down.
Yeah, you write that down, boy. All right.
Wait, we're doing more walking today.
Yes,
Are there any carriages about that we can
Would
hire?
you prefer to carry your stuff?
No.
Well,
Good. Then you'll walk.
yeah.
What if we get a wagon or a carriage or...
I don't want to put anybody in danger that doesn't need to be there. If you want me to carry you as well, fine.
He's clean now.
It's true. I'll try for a bit, and if my feet get sore, I don't want calluses. That's really unsightly.
It's okay.
I hold out my
far's
hands.
the walk again?
Do these hands
It'll be a few hours.
show weakness?
They're really scary. They need lotion.
You see, it's good for an adventurer to be a little scary.
Ah.
Yeah, here you go. Yeah.
Oh, sweetie.
Just so you know, if you complain too much, I can just become a horse for you if you need that.
That'd be perfect. Is that weird? I've never sat on a person horse before.
I'd be a horse.
Like, I don't know how it works.
Okay.
She doesn't seem like it would be weird.
Oh, okay. People sit on you. On the horse. On the horse.
I just
Move on.
with my very poor people skills, I just start walking away.
Okay.
Okay. On our way to Falic. Very good, very good. Let's get on.
There was nothing. There wasn't much until you two started like giggling and you like started pointing.
No idea what you're talking about.
Anyway, so yes, you began walking north, towards your home. It is a few hours travel, so you'll get there by about midday.
Did your feet get tired at all?
Like 40 minutes ago.
Within 10 minutes of the journey, probably.
Oh my god!
She's probably asked you to become a horse pretty quick.
She's just like, so like, how does that happen?
I didn't realize that adventuring would be so much work.
Hold on, wait. What kind of horse are you?
Riding horse.
Okay, continue. I was just wondering if you were like a draft horse and just be like this giant like monster. I was like, you can pull a carriage, like.
Be dope.
Oh.
It's possible.
Oh.
Actually, I turned into a pony. No.
Turn into a donkey.
Turn into a miniature pony.
Okay, so we arrive in Falic.
Yes, you
And what do
arrive
we
in the
see?
southern side
There
of
was no
Falic.
troubles on the road.
No troubles on the road.
Except
Except
The horse.
depending on how passive-aggressive or aggressive Resme could have been, because I imagine she can be very direct, but there's also the part of me that finds it really humorous that as you're walking, just
Ouchie.
so.
I feel like she's pretty direct.
I would imagine. I just do like the humorous side.
Yeah.
Feet.
I start playing a
Still
lute
walking.
to just like
Drown
avoid
out.
hearing her. Yeah.
As we're walking and she's complaining, I think I want to do the thing that you like do when like a little kid is like kind of dragging behind you, like, sure would be a shame if you got left behind with the wolves. Try to get her to go a little quicker.
The wolves?
Oh, yes, there are all sorts of creatures out there.
they are so friendly.
From the front of the pack, I go,
There can be
oh no!
Like, what is this place anyway?
I was gonna say your first interaction with Pixie was meeting a wolf.
Mm-mm.
I just
I
continue
would. I
on.
would.
I'm not participating in these conversations.
Okay. They tend to target the ones in the back of the pack, so just try to keep up.
So you should go to the back then.
No, they don't like complaining at all. One time, I was like talking to this wolf, and I said, "Okay, listen." So I was like doing this thing, and I was like, "Gosh, like I just want to like pick all the flowers," but they were just complaining and complaining. So I was telling the wolf about it, and then the wolf just got so mad he glared at me and left.
I'm sorry. You were talking to a wolf, and this wolf did he talk back to you?
Yeah. Y'all don't just talk
This
to.
is going to be a lot harder than I
I
anticipated. They are
anticipate
way crazier than I thought.
They are
many,
so weird,
many
aren't they?
hardships in this journey.
What are they doing?
Don't worry, wolves. I'm so happy
like
to be
80 feet
here.
ahead of them.
My feet don't even hurt a little.
Let's just get to the okay?
Watch just.
Without Frode, probably one of the most easygoing, peace-loving people of this group is just like his fuse this past 24 hours. But yes, eventually, after various conversation and complaining and threats,
This is the first time Frode has ever experienced anxiety.
I start
This is what I
aggressively
hated.
smoking my
it's not even just like the slow drags, whatever.
I'm just like, all right,
Looks like
you're
a
gonna have to show
steam
me how to do this
train.
one more time.
Your party is just a train. You just. But yes, eventually you do find your way to Falic. It is a rather similar site to Ornit. A few less of the houses crafted from trees, but still the same overall aesthetic. Even in the sense that part of the eastern side is kind of blends with the tree line of the forest. But otherwise, those same stone cottages, some fields out to the north and the west. You do pass one of those same little guard huts, so to speak, on your way into town. At which you hear from inside, "Hey, Pixie."
Oh, hey, what's up? What's going on? Hey, guess what?
What?
I brought some people who can help us.
Well, I see you brought some people. They can help?
Of course, they said they would.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I know. Oh, I found they were wandering. They were like, "Oh, we don't know where we are," right? And they were like, one of them's like tripping on rocks. One of them's like hitting the trees with his head. The other one is like dragging this like dead animal on its back. And then another one is just like this child, but he's actually from Ornith.
I don't remember any
Oh,
of
really?
that.
Yeah,
Oh, it's nice to have someone else local around here helping out.
I know.
Well, hey, fantastic descriptions. You might want to check in with your folks. They've been a bit worried about you the past couple of days.
Well, I mean,
Say you just kind of disappeared.
well, I didn't technically disappear. Agnes knew where I was, so it wasn't actually just gone.
Oh, all right. Well, I didn't hear about that part, but there'll probably still be a leisure back.
Yeah. Well, I brought people. I brought people to help.
people.
So yeah, I mean,
That's great.
yeah,
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that, right?
No, if you can help find out what's been going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds great then.
Awesome. Yeah.
Well, good luck to all of you, and welcome to Falic.
Oh, thank you.
Where do we head to first?
That is partly up to you guys.
I think.
You
I
can
just-
head to your house. You
Yeah.
can head to Agnes's house,
Yeah.
or if you want to dive straight in, you can head to the east side of Falvic, which kind of begins to border on the tree line where the attack took place a few weeks ago.
Can you lead us to where the problems have been happening? I think it might be good for us to investigate a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We should go there first. We definitely
Okay,
should. Definitely
okay.
should. Yeah.
What about the people that he was saying are worried about you?
Oh, they're fine. They're fine. Since people are so close here, they like worry about others. You know, it's like, oh, I have personal space. You know, I'm 25 years old. I can do my own thing. And so, yeah.
What if they think you were like, done away with like the rest of the people? They could be very worried.
Well, I'm back. So.
I agree.
To what?
Well, these people are concerned about you.
Well, we should get to the problem, figure out more information, and we can go from there.
Do you want to just meet us there? Just go tell your family.
If you're okay with that.
Yeah, we should just go to the problem.
That's fine with me if you're good with that.
See who's there. See some clues. Yeah.
Well, that's a bummer. I'm sure your parents would have loved to meet me.
She's terrible.
I'm so glad. It's so hard.
I couldn't even get the straight face. Oh my god.
Once again, when it comes to Resme, just grab that seatbelt and buckle in. Here we go.
So I start heading to the east side of town.
Okay. With a somewhat, I guess not strange, but just a distracted determination, Pixie marches onward through town.
I grab Silas. Go see Agnes. And I just...
He flutters off. Heading slightly in the same direction, then he kind of keeps going past where you guys are going. As there's not much of a road that heads out to the east. The only real road in Falic is just one heading north and south. Just a similar dirt road, dirt trail. But eventually you do know where to break off into a little path that leads to some other houses and homesteads, eventually coming to the house, or a house on the far eastern side, bordering the woodland. And the rest of you see this house. There is some fire damage having been done to it. There are 3 armed figures. One does have a spear, one pitchfork, and they're just kind of making do with what they have.
Andrew, I'm also an armed figure.
Oh.
What a coinky dink.
We'll wait for 1 second.
Can we make another really bad joke before David's?
Oh my god.
Absolutely.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, it didn't happen. I was just wondering.
No.
I didn't
Is
have
that
one.
the joke?
That was a
No.
bad joke.
No, I didn't have a bad joke. I was just wondering if somebody else could tell a really bad joke before he said that.
Oh, I thought you
it's
said
question
can I
out.
make?
Yeah, I heard, can I make a bad joke?
Yeah.
Oh no, I was saying
we-
can someone?
Oh,
Okay,
we failed.
okay.
I'm not good at those.
Have to pay more attention next time.
It's
I'm
it's
sorry.
it's
Are you saying
Harvest
you're
Moon
only
up
good
there,
at good
right?
jokes?
Yeah.
No. Neither of them.
Yeah, but they're not who you think.
Okay. I head up first to the harvestman standing there.
Okay.
Hey y'all, how's it going? Has there been anything new?
Oh, Pixie, nothing new, just same as usual. Keep an eye, especially on the woodlands. See, I've heard some creatures some nights, but
Where?
out in the woods.
Okay.
Doesn't seem anything too threatening. As they haven't come out of the woods, but at the very least, no more goblins yet.
Is that what's been attacking? You're sure of it? It's goblins?
What'd you like to see?
Well, yes.
Not really.
He kind of beckons you over to the side of the house that's been partly burned down, and you can see they burned them. But you can still see the kind of skeletal remains of some smaller kind of bestial creatures. Actually, the third one had a spear, one had a pitchfork, the other had this jagged, gnarly-looking short sword, and you can see there are a few others piled with bones. Goblins.
Yeah, it looks like it. Is this known in this area? It doesn't seem like this seems unbecoming of Falic.
Not in this area. There's, in the mountains up north. We've heard about them harassing some of the miners up there from time to time, but
Yes.
never in my lifetime have I seen them come this far south.
Yes.
So, yeah, unbecoming is a word I would use.
But is there a reason you can think of that they're be coming down this far south?
Nothing we've done. Unless there's something going on with them,
And there must be something going on with them, because
which I can't even think.
maybe they're starving and they're.
Could be.
What is this about the mines in the north?
Well, there's a mining community up to the north. They're digging around the mountains all the time and the woodlands around it, and so from time to time, goblins, gnolls, other creepy creatures will sometimes give them trouble.
Have they been reporting missing people as well?
I honestly couldn't tell you. We don't really keep that much contact with them. They're a few days north of here.
What are the circumstances with the people who have been lost?
Well, we haven't really been able to figure it out. They just seem to up and disappear.
Where have they been happening? Have
Mostly
people
on-
been out or in the town?
In the forests, perhaps?
out. They've been out of the town, but even a couple just on the outskirts of the town.
Do you mind if we keep watch with you tonight?
No, not at all. The more eyes, the more hands, the less work.
Sleep out here.
We're not sleeping.
Oh, no.
Well,
I
we
trust you.
we do got a few more hours till it gets to nighttime, so.
We could sleep beforehand.
Do
It's
you
only
know?
like midday, like 1 o'clock or so.
Do you know perhaps if anybody who's gone missing had on or with them any sort of particular, unique, maybe sort of object that you could describe to me?
Most people around here dress like we are. Nothing
Or
too fancy.
necklaces that maybe one of them might have had on that is unusual to this area?
It's unusual to this area.
Or just, that wouldn't be on every other person here.
I imagine most have some kind of ring or jewelry. I know
Could work.
some folk got some things that aren't really from around here.
I have this ability where if I'm familiar with an object, I can maybe potentially sense where it's at. Yes.
Well, that sounds mighty useful.
It could still work if we're in the woods. I mean, even if it is just a ring or something that I'm trying to locate. I'll just have to ignore the ones we're wearing.
I don't know about anything specific, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Is everyone okay with going to sleep here soon? Watching tonight?
Well, yes, that sounds quite good. But what? Just describe the area for me. I'm a little unfamiliar with Falic. What's around us?
Well, as I'm sure you've seen coming in, south and west and a little bit of north is all just fields and farms, people living out and about there. East is just forest. Then you start getting to the foothills, and then keep going past that, you start getting to the actual mountains. Same north, it just keeps going north. Forest can get kind of dense at times, from what I hear. Old Agnes tells us there's all sorts of
Who's Agnes?
Agnes, Agnes is she's a character. Spends a lot of time out in the woods. And she says she has some kind of connection to nature.
Why are you laughing?
Agnes is we go way back.
That wasn't very
Yeah, it's not
informative.
very description.
Oh.
Do you think she could help us in the woods?
I mean,
Yeah, I think
we could go to her house. Here. Right. And then
Silas comes.
After a few seconds, you hear from the distance just a little. And eventually, the same black crow does come and land on your antlers.
yes. How's Agnes?
She wasn't home.
Okay, well, I think I'm gonna go
What?
and scan.
What was that?
Huh?
What was that?
Well, Agnes isn't home right now, so I think she probably might be in the woods somewhere. Yeah.
Is she missing?
Oh no, she's always somewhere around here.
Agnes!
I'm ready to sleep.
Well, I'm gonna go. And,
I-
I'm gonna go and scan the tree line and just see if I can find anything unusual. And I'll be back here in about an hour or so.
I'll help you.
Can I go
Okay,
go to
thank
Agnes's house? Okay.
So you just,
What does this outpost look like? Is there one on? It's like on the outskirt of the town.
yes.
So like it has easy access out into the woods,
Uh,
or would we have to like run downstairs and like get out?
no stairs or anything. It's a fairly simple little hut. Can house 2 or 3 people. Same as the one in Ornit. It's got a door in the back, kind of facing the town, but then the front side that faces the woods is kind of this panoramic
Okay.
opening of
Yep.
a window.
I'll sit there, and if I'm assuming there's a fire in there already.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you
I'll
go
sit by
back
the
to
fire.
the hut?
Hmm?
We're on the east side right now.
Yeah.
So you went back to the hut.
No. There's a hut out
Outpost.
facing
Oh.
the east. Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit by the fire.
Okay.
I go to Agnes's house to go check and see
Okay.
what she's doing.
Well, you're on your way there. You 2 are head out to the tree line.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you looking for?
I'm just looking to see if there's any like weapons or anything that's been left, any clues, especially for Reena's husband and child, just to see if there's anything I recognize or I don't know anything.
Okay. Same.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Okay.
open him.
All right. Well, if you're helping
Do you
him,
wanna go-
then
do you wanna join
you
me
can
to
roll
Agnes's
perception or investigation with advantage.
Can I get some more information while I'm sitting by the fire with some of the other guardsmen? Just kind of talk with them.
Got 22.
22.
Maybe, like,
Okay.
Local shops or anything like that?
If you were to glance about, it's fairly similar to Ornit in that there's no marked and advertised shops or stores. There is one that, if you were to kind of glance in the window, seems like there's some kind of general goods, so to speak. Otherwise, you kind of get the sense walking about that most things are just kind of handled person to person. So, obviously the butcher sells meat. There's people who work with leather, the carpenters, and so there's not much by way of actual businesses, just people who do these trades. You said 22?
Yeah.
Okay. You, glancing about the kind of border of the tree line, you do find just more evidence at the moment of creatures and goblins. There are some footprints in the dirt. There are some trees that have kind of been a little scratched up. A few crossbow bolts or arrows sticking from apparently this recent incursion. Nothing by way of any signs just yet.
Okay, so no like left clothing or anything.
No left clothing. Just there are some footprints that do look a little more humanoid.
Okay.
So I've read about these creatures before. I've spent a lot of time in the library. And they really like shiny things, right?
I believe most things like shiny things.
Okay. And I just go storming deeper into the woods.
Whoa, wait,
Hello,
whoa.
I'm all alone out
That's
here.
not a good idea.
Look at my platinum. I have so much of
That's
it.
a really bad idea. That's so bad.
Look at the shiny shield. It's got a big gemstone in it.
Oh, you are just unbearable. Let's get back.
Does this go on while I'm going?
Can I roll to see what I learned for them?
Sure. Just give me an investigation.
12.
12.
Just if you want to continue their thing, and then just text me at some point.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's as you are standing in the middle of the woods, shouting about how shiny your armor is and your gem and this platinum you have. You're just kind of browsing around town.
I think I'm just walking around, trying to figure out what this place is.
Okay.
And how they conduct life.
Okay. And as you are walking towards Agnes's house, you do make it to Agnes's house. But as you go to open the door, so familiar to you as you've done many, many times in the past, you do hear a voice from next door. As you kind of begin to open this one, you just hear, Pixie! And that's where we're going to end today.
Oh, no.
That's good.
What have you done?
And just like that, the adventure begins. I'm so very excited to continue this and see what becomes of this interesting group of people.
Really interesting dynamic.
Very interesting group of people.
Oh, this is fun.
What's very fun is I knew all these characters going into it. I had very little expectation as to how interactions would go because I could only speculate, and here we are, and it's been an absolute delight. So once again, thanks to you all for partaking in this and joining and building this with me. Thank you to you guys for watching. Hopefully stick around to find out where this goes, because that's what we're here to do. Till next time, thank you, we love you, and we'll see you.